something? I think so.
Oi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But the Whyalla Football League Under-19 Grand Final, 1983. Can you hear me? Say something. I think so.
Oi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But the Whyalla Football League Under-19 Grand Final, 1983. Central's down the northern end doing the exercises. Wind's going across the ground, probably favouring the southern end just slightly. Mainly across the ground, reasonably strong.
Yeah.
Chilly up here, but not a bad day. Out on the ground. Yeah, all right. Amateur cameraman and commentators here. Starting to work out a few names. Cross out the ones you know.
Hey? Cross out the ones I know.
Yeah, that's all right. Just underline the ones you don't know. A few Weeroona Bay guys voting on. I think Weeroona Bay's won the toss. Shane Doodle, captain. He's gone to the southern end of the ground.
Both sides?
Favoured by a slight wind. Oh, well, I know it's Central's. Greg Byles and Jim Ewers, your commentators.
And Trevor Callery.
Central's got Frank McCormack and Jeff Harvey coming off, seem to change players. Chris Burton is starting in the ruck against Shane Atkinson from Weeroona Bay. Centre square, we got the Central's got Mark Burke, Paul Devlin, John O'Halloran. O'Halloran looks like he might be tagging freely. He played an excellent game in the second semi, probably the main reason they beat Central's. Umpire Wayne Roberts to put the first ball down. Blackman versus Atkinson. Down she goes for the 1983 Grand Final, Under-19 competition. Blackman gets the knock, O'Halloran grabs, handballs. Blackman thumps it away. Dion Leighton grabs the ball, first kick in the 83 Grand Final. Looks like Dickie Miller will probably get the first free. Charge into his face. Low kick, virtually to no one. Weeroona Bay get a free kick. A free kick to number 3, which is Deacon. He's coming, you don't know where he's going. He's coming to the grandstand side the ground. Freely in position, didn't go for it. Plum from Weeroona Bay marks. Smith went through, receives a free for holding the man. Plum lost the ball and just grabbed him. He should try and cross it back in the Ferguson-Simmons direction.
Steve Smith goes forward, looking for Johnny Simmons, sets himself. The Weeroona Bay player takes it over the top, the ball carried too far. Comes grandstand side. Andrew Barry. Goes towards the centre, towards Darryl Freely. Johnny O'Halloran. John O'Halloran takes a good mark, juggle, but well controlled. Comes back for his kick. We're looking for his full forward set up in Simmons and Ferguson. Goes short, looking for the lead of Dale Leighton. Dale Leighton comes forward. Gets a free kick for the charge and will take the first shot at goal of the 1983 Grand Final. Slight breeze blowing from right to left across the ground. Should fade, but shouldn't affect it very much at all. Pushes it out wide, a little bit too wide. Reed doesn't bring it back. It's the first score. Central's 1 point, Weeroona Bay, no score.
So Atkinson's going to kick off. Barry, the fullback's gone out onto the full forward Simmons. Goes straight down the centre. Smith marks, number 20 for Centrals, and gets 15 yards for number 16, who Christ knows who he is. It's knocked the ball out of his hands. I think it's McDonald. It is McDonald, Greg.
Yeah.
Smith kicking into the slight breeze. Probably won't make the distance. Ferguson in the square. He has made the distance. A goal. Central's first goal of the grand final. They lead 1-1 to nothing. No score by Weeroona Bay.
So a good start by Centrals, moving the ball well, getting their hands on the ball with plenty of confidence, handling it well. A few nerves in the rooms before the game, but they're starting to move the ball extremely well, and as a top kick. Got plenty of length, accuracy, and the team will love that. It'll lift them all the way. As the ball comes back to Peter Hodgson in the middle. Ruck duel should be very good between Atkinson and Blackman today. Both very tall and very aggressive type of ruckman. Hodgson bounces. Null event, the even bloody tap. Keeps going.
A bit like volleyball. Blackman's over the ball. Dives on it. Still got hold of it. It's a scrimmage and Hodgson goes into bounce again. Down it goes. Blackman and Atkinson. Still no decisive knock. Devlin breaks away from the pack. Kicks long over the head of Dickie Miller. Takes possession. Runs into the scoreboard pocket. Hooks it back to centre. Ferguson couldn't quite mark the ball. He's left it for Sid Fernandez. And she's a scrimmage up. Ferguson's pushed someone in the back. And he's got a free for Weeroona Bay. I think the free is going to Barry. No? It's the left footer. What's his name?
Right footer.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it was Barry.
Was Barry. Scrimmage at the centre half forward area. Through comes Vitulis. Just handballs away. Through to the other Vitulis. Handballs across to Barry. Barry kicks to the boundary on the grandstand side of the ground. Callahan in set position. Takes the mark. Left footer plays on quickly. Short passes to Simmons who takes the mark. He should go across the centre of the ground. No, he's played short again to Burt. Central's playing a short game into the slight breeze. He'll probably kick the ball long. Kicks a good long ball this bloke. Short, kicked it long to Ferguson and takes the mark. Good mark too, and probably takes 15 yards for a silly free after he took the mark.
Ferguson about 25 metres, 25 metres out. Should be able to score. There's a good kick when he kicks right through the ball. Number 11 for the Central team. Comes in. Kick, that's a good confidence booster. Puts it straight through the middle, no deviation there. Central's 2-1, Weeroona Bay yet to score.
That's a good start for Centrals. A few of the Weeroona Bay guys like playing the man down the defence there. It's given the Centrals a couple of good frees. The cameraman just took the headphones off. Just having a bit of trouble there. It's Peter Garland from Westies. Up goes Blackman against Atkinson. Blackman gets a good knock today. Blackman follows up, his knock, gets a kick away. She's gone over the top. I think, no one takes the mark. Prachulis takes the ball away on the left foot and goes to the outer side of the ground. Wingfield's in good position to take the mark. No, didn't take it. Dion Leighton takes the ball off hands, kicks to Miller. Miller takes a nice mark right out underneath the scoreboard. Long way out from goal, 70, 80 yards. It's kept along the boundary line. Ferguson in position. He's out marked from in front by Barry.
Ferguson's mark.
Ferguson's mark. Jesus. It's right in the pocket though. Difficult shot underneath the clock on the scoreboard. Probably should line him up. Simmons gives him the lead, but it's ignored. Probably a sensible thing to do. And it's gone to the left-hand side of the post and scrapes him for a point. So it's got a 2-2 to Weeroona Bay, no score.
Wasn't a bad dob by Ferguson, but with the breeze and the position it was, it brought it away. Vitulis kicks out for Weeroona Bay. A bad kick down the middle. Jeff Harris coming to swoop in on it. Loses the ball. It's in a scrimmage at the moment. No one can seem to get the ball out. Comes out now to Simmons. Simmons tries to get rid of it. Smith under the ball, gets over it. Wayne Roberts, the umpire, calls for a bounce. Neither team could get the ball out there. Both teams going in quite hard, with Central's got a slight ascendancy at the moment. Roberts bouncing. Blackman against Atkinson. Blackman shepherded out, unseen by the umpire. Dickie Miller grabs the ball, swings on the right foot, chips it around nicely towards the head of the goal square, knocked out. Stephen Smith has the ball, tries to hammer the Dale, that doesn't come off. Weeroona Bay clear out of the outer flank. A good spoil by Dion Leighton. Crumbs taken by Weeroona Bay, handballed out.
Matthews through to McDonald, that is, number 24. He's wearing some other number.
And a good mark by Ian Noble across the centre wing. Drives into centre half forward. A good long kick looking for Blackman. Mightn't reach that player. And Jerry Vitulis takes a good mark. Plays it on, gets smothered. Tried to rush his kick too much. Kicks across the middle. Burke chips a pass across. Looking for Johnny Simmons. Johnny Simmons, well shepherded by Stephen Smith, has got room. Chips a left footer into the pocket to find Paul Devlin. Devlin deep in the pocket. Looking for the top of the square, I think. It's where he's head. It's a good kick right in the deep into the square. Brian Ferguson's there. Johnny Simmons gets the crumbs. It's touched and rushed through for another point of Central Whyalla football.
Central's go to 2-3. Weeroona Bay yet to score. Peter Wingfield to kick off. Gunji, ex-Central player. Goes straight down the centre. Reasonable sort of kick. Jerry Vlachulis over his head and Jeff Harris in the van to take the mark. Take the ball. Sid Fernandez goes over the ball. Vlachulis comes out with a left footer. Weeroona Bay going to attack for the first time over Andrew Azapali's head. Andrew Azapali takes the ball and kicks to the outer side of the ground to the boundary line. Dion Leighton, Cormac, Azapali breaks away from the pack, goes along the wing, passes to Jeff Harris, who should mark. Left footer swings around, looking for a lead, comes from Devlin in the centre half forward area, not in good position, and Gunji Wingfield takes the mark. He comes to the outer side of the ground this time, this side of the ground. On this grandstand, Plum versus Duraga. Duraga takes front position, pats the ball. It would have been better off if he grabbed it. Plum fell over. Smith comes in to give Duraga a hand. Handballs the ball forward. There's a free to Weeroona Bay. To John Guthrie, left footer too. Probably come along the boundary line. Looking for a lead. He's got nothing to kick to freely. He's got two men on him, Burke and Blackman. Burke takes the mark. Long kick of the ball, as we said before. Very good kick. Someone just leads for him. He's gone straight across the centre to Jeff Harris, who should take the mark. Centre right in the centre of the ground, just grandstand side.
Jeff Harris looking for a lead. Ian Noble drops in from centre half back, goes forward. Johnny Simmons in the boat. The Weeroona Bay mark by Guthrie. Well judged mark. Looking for leads. Long
Guthrie.
kick to the half forward, or the wing position. Darryl Callaghan up high, didn't read the ball. The ball rolls towards the boundary. The boundary umpire will get his first touch. Weeroona Bay don't seem to have much movement up forward at the moment. Their backs are trying to get the ball out, but nothing moving forward. Throw in, Blackman and Atkinson. Atkinson reads the ball better, taps it along. Socked by Darryl Freely. Darryl Callaghan meets the ball well, gets the ball onto the boot, kicks up. Stephen Smith spoiled. Ball in the pack, both trying to get it out, and Wayne Roberts the last for a bounce.
Blackman versus Atkinson again. See if Blackman can compete a little bit more than he has done so far. Up he goes. Should get the knock here. He has a beautiful knock. Smith, no, Vlachulis takes the ball, playing a good game on the left foot. Kicks long. Noble versus Hoberg. Hoberg takes a free for over the shoulder. He goes to the centre half forward area. Probably as deep in defence as they can get. No, Halloran in the front. Takes a chest mark. And 15 yards. Not sure of the bloke's name. I think it's Deacon. Now Halloran goes to the centre of the ground where he's got Ferguson on his own. He'll take the mark. Taking his time. Kicks long. Blackman in front position with Peter Wingfield with a good spoil. Blackman takes the ball. Handball's out. Smith fumbles. The handball's a little bit too hard. In goes Blackman again towards the boundary line. Wingfield comes in and tackles. Weeroona Bay take the ball and it's kicked out. Freely versus Burke. Burke gets tripped and probably will take the free. He will. Ball thrown back, possible 15 yards there. Go close to making the distance and kick a long ball. He's gone short to Simmons. He's dropping short. Dives for it, but Churls takes the ball again. Ferguson comes in, handballs to Fernandez. Fernandez handballs to Jeff Harris, who lines up the... No, he fumbled. I was going to say lines up the goal. He gets a trip anyway. Lambros for Churls, the bloke that made the error there.
Weeroona Bay giving away quite a few silly free kicks at the moment, 15-yarders, and free kicks aren't really needed, and giving Central's a bit of a hand. Central's moving well and putting a lot of pressure on the Weeroona Bay. Jeff Harris comes on the left foot, shoots for goal, swings it wide, hoping for the breeze, miles too wide. Breeze doesn't bring it back. 1 point's the result. Central's 2-4. Weeroona Bay still yet to score. They've only gone over the centre line once. Number 5, Barry gives the ball to Gunji Wingfield to kick in. Looking for a lead. Atkinson goes middle. That's where the ball's heading. Short. Atkinson reads the ball well. Dummies. Comes around. Handball's off.
Guthrie.
To Guthrie. Ian Noble takes a good one-handed mark. Well read. Knew where the ball was going and took the ball well. Pass to Ferguson. Ferguson gets hands to it. It's over the top. Jeff Harris reads the ball well. Good hands. Comes around on the left. shoots in, a great pass to Johnny Simmons, lurking in his own about centre half forward. It's probably 40 metres out, 45 metres out. They seem to be allowing a bit too much of the breeze at the moment. I think they could be able to kick straight for the goals. Comes in, tries a good drop punt, coming around nicely. It's another goal of Central Whyalla. That's 3-4 to no score by Weeroona Bay, and Central moving quite well at the moment.
Good goal by Simmons, allowed for the win. Probably Central's leading goal scorer for the year. Thought he might have polled a few more medal votes than the medal which our captain won, Stephen Smith. Central's getting the most use out of the ball at the moment. Ball's back at centre. We've got a change in ruck. Ferguson versus Deacon. Deacon a light frame, Ferg fairly big. Up they go. Ferguson, nice knock down to Burke, bounces awkwardly. Guthrie comes through, takes a handball. Kicked on by Weeroona Bay. Through comes Plum. There, the sprigs on his boots. Handballs. Fernandez kicks and Burke takes the mark. Just the defensive side of centre for Centrals. He'll kick long down the centre, looking for Harris. Beautiful pass and a good lead. He's just the centre of the ground. Left foot kicks long. Blackman in front position to take the mark and does. He'll probably have a shot as well. 35, 40 metres out. He's trot on the Weeroona Bay guy as he's gone over the top. He's laying down. Umpire Peter Hodson putting him on the angle. Not the most reliable of kicks, an awkward action, but he kicks the ball a reasonable distance. Probably should make the distance all right, it's just a matter of the accuracy. It's good play by Centrals. A couple of good marks. In he comes. Kicks, I think it's to the right of the goal. Yes, another point to Centrals. They go on a 3-goal fight.
Central's defence holding up extremely well at the moment, moving the ball well, come from centre, centre half back, moving it forward, delivering the ball well to their forward players who aren't letting them down at all. The Childers kicks out. Ferguson sets himself. Bit of pushing there, but not both players doing it. Taken away by Deacon, coming wide, but too wide, and it's out in the full. Darryl Callaghan will take the kick in, left footer for Centrals. Goes forward looking for Stephen Smith. That's a good quick kick that's found the open space for Smith to move into. Stephen Smith comes back, looking for his forward players. Drives the ball long and high into Johnny Simmons. Paul Devlin comes over the top to spoil Simmons. Mark Burke reads the ball well, comes out of the pack onto the left boot. Straightens, comes around, chips the ball up, and has just missed it, slid across the front of the goal for a 1 point to the Centrals.
Centrals a trifle unlucky there. John Simmons could have got a free. Shepherding off, head high tackle. Atkinson to kick off, left footer. Nothing much to kick to. I think Weeroona Bay might be a bit bewildered at the stage. Kick short to Jerry Pachulis. Probably Roona's best player on his left foot. Awkward looking kick. Centre of the ground, Noble goes to meet the ball, pops over his head, and Hoiberg takes it onto his left foot. Guthrie in front as the party spoils from behind. Guthrie still in the van here. He's got the ball, left footer, handballs to himself, then kicks smothered by Greg McCormack. It's a good smother. Noble forces the ball forward. The umpire surely will blow it up in a minute. Scramble, still a scramble in the centre of the ground. Sid Fernandez over the ball. Finally Wayne Roberts decides to ball her up. Ferguson versus Deacon. Ferguson gets a knock back, taken by Matthews, kicks forward. Callery sport from behind. O'Halloran takes possession. Gets a good left footer and a foul after disposal for a head-high tackle from McDonald.
Weeroona Bay, it's another silly free kick by Weeroona Bay. It's not good early in the stage of a grand final. Your team needs possession of the ball, not to give away silly free kicks.
Draga kicks, Simmons takes possession, handballs across to Burke. Burke breaks clear. Shots for goal from 60 yards out, and I think she's on target. She is on target. It's a good goal to Central. It's an excellent piece of play. Again, the free given away by Weeroona Bay. And this time on their half-forward line, the Centrals ran forward and Burke kicks a long goal. Magnificent goal.
That's Mark Burke's first goal for the day, but he's picked up plenty of kicks around the ground with his long, driving, right-foot drop punts and moving well. Central's defence standing out early. John O'Halloran meeting the ball hard. Darryl Callaghan, Ian Noble. Darren Plum's playing well. Only had a couple of touches, but what he's done has been good in the defence. Ball back in centre with Wayne Roberts. Comes in for the bounce. It's Chris Blackman and Deacon again. There's the ruck. Deacon coming slightly from the side. A ruck. Neither player reads the ball. Touched on again. Guthrie over it. Comes out to Damien Jarago.
Hoiberg just took another Devlin out of the game there. The head-high tackle. It's got up there. It's on there. Weeroona Bay's half-forward line. Free to Weeroona Bay.
Doyle, number 20's free
Robert
kick.
Doyle. Slops down, head down, Head down, socks down play. Say something else. Short passes, touched by Callahan on the mark. Noble comes through. Moore grabs the ball, and as the party marks, deep in Central's defensive area. Just taking his time, looking for a lead. Goes down the centre with a mediocre kick to Whyalla on his own and will play on. No, he's pulled it up. Probably a good move too. Didn't have much to kick to. Kicks long. It's into the centre of the ground. Dickie Miller takes the mark on his chest. A bit hesitant there. He breaks away. Going over the half-forward line now in the forward pocket. Dale Leighton misses the mark. Probably could have taken. Atkinson takes possession. He's pushed him right back in the pocket. Gunji Wingfield takes a handball off Atkinson. Bad bounce. Now Dale Leighton over the top of the ball. A bit scrambly out in the pocket there. Wayne Roberts now. The ball coming out to Atkinson. He put it back into Peter Wingfield, who handballs to Dowdle. Dowdle, I don't know what Wayne Roberts is going to do here. It's a bounce up. Good tackle on Simmons by Dowdle.
Weeroona Bay had a chance to clear the ball there. They seem to muck around with the ball instead of getting onto the boot as the central players are. Roberts bounces. Ferguson against Atkinson. Atkinson gets the knock. It's a free kick. For a push from Ferguson. He'd be paid to buddy go long and probably wide to get the ball out of the central defence. They're playing well. Looks for the lead, goes short.
Donald.
To McDonald, who drops the mark. Dick Miller comes in. Tries to check side. It's going right across the face as a drop punt to the grandstand side. Sid Fernandez down to the ball. Frilly grabs it. Comes on the left boot, goes long with a good kick, but Blackman's in the box seat, takes an easy mark. He steadies, looks for a player. Sees Smith in the lead in the middle. It's not a good kick. It's over the top. Burke's there, using plenty of pace. Gets the chip around nicely to Paul Devlin, who was charged. Might have got a free kick. Ball off hands. Donald brings the ball out to Greg McCormack in front. Paulie Wingfield tries his ball. McCormack recovers well. Drives a good long drop punt into forward. The Weeroona Bay player in Dowdle takes an easy mark.
Looking for a lead. Comes onto his right foot. Awkward right foot kick. Looking for Matthews. Matthews one hand up. And recovers. Campbell's to Freely. He'll kick long to the centre half forward. Long and low. O'Halloran gets a hand on the ball. Moore, number 7, takes a kick. Kicks across to Guthrie. Guthrie on his left foot if he gathers. Pushes the ball on. And Weeroona Bay have their first shot for goal. It was a bad kick. Out of bounds on the full. It's number 13, who we don't know who it is. Bad kick from him, whoever it was.
Had plenty of room there.
Callahan kicks in, left foot, passes to Plum. Over the head, Burt gathers and breaks away from the half-back line. Kicks to the centre, he's got Harris on his own, who will break away. Play on, says the umpire. He hooks back to the centre half-forward area where Sid Fernandez is under the ball. And Dowdle takes a nice mark over the top. He's going to short pass to Freely, who's on his own. Breaks away. He's right on the wing underneath the grandstand. Short passes. And Hoberg drops a mark he probably should have taken. Blackman takes it off hands. Kicks to the centre of the ground where...
Guy with the headband taps the ball.
No, he is. Crans takes the ball, handballs. Probably panicked a bit. McDonald kicks a quick kick forward. Callery comes over the top and pushes number 3, which is Deacon in the back. He's taking a free. I think he's got a good corky there. One George Ryan will be proud to have tomorrow night.
Deacon's going to take his kick. He's up, he's all right. Bit sore, that's all right. He's drive the ball towards centre half forward. He chips the ball short. Not a good kick. Darryl Callaghan sets himself and takes a good mark. Playing well this season and still in fine form in this game. Looks towards the middle. It's going to no one in particular. Weeroona Bay number 6.
McDonald.
McDonald misses the ball here. Jeff Harris slips a good handball out to Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith onto the running Dion Leighton. He's got a bit of pace if he wants to use it. Looks for a player, sets wrong to Dickie Miller, who leaves it for Brian Ferry. That's well taught with the central team. Good bit of handball there, bring the ball out of the centre. Ferguson goes around, looks for the long kick to the square. Paul Devlin over the top, Dale Leighton. It's touched and goes through for a point.
Unlucky there, Centrals. Dale Leighton could have just taken that one, it would have been handy. Good play again. Yeah. About the 20-minute mark, we must be getting close to the final siren. Not sure if there's time on or not. Atkinson kicks off, looking for McDonald. Comes over the top and Harris, left footer, grabs again. A short passes to Ferguson out in his zone. He'll have a shot from about 30 metres out.
Brian Ferguson has 1 goal already. Bit unlucky with that last shot. Looked wrong with the goal square. Kicked the first one well. He should have plenty of confidence in the kicking now. Comes in. Lines him up. Looks good. It's on the way. It's a perfect kick by Brian Ferguson. Slotted that through. That's 2-2 to Brian Ferguson. He's had about 5 touches and moving well.
Central's Scores go to 5-6. Weeroona Bay yet to score. I'm sure that wind might be favouring that Northern end now. It's coming at our face. I know that's freezing up here.
Weeroona Bay started to get a bit of more of a touch there on the ball, but still couldn't do anything with it up forward. Their forwards let them down a little bit, and Central's got the ball out. Good bit of play, moved the ball well, and got a good goal out of it.
Peter Hodgson to drop it down. Blackman versus Atkins. 2 number 1 ruckman backing them to the job for their teams. Bounce favours Atkinson. Gets a big thump. Hoburg takes the ball in his chest, kicks around the body. Number 20. Nearly marked it, but Callaghan grabs it and the left foot passes to Smith, who's over their head. And Lambros Chullis gets into Smith's back and he takes a free from the back. Centrals must be well ahead on the frees this stage.
Well deserved. I think there's 25-minute quarters here today. 4:25 is no time on as far as I know. Smith goes forward, looking for Jeff Harris. Not a very good kick, sets him up a little bit. Jeff does well to stand his ground. Damon Drago brings the ball out, taps it in front of him, now collects it, turns it back in towards Johnny Simmons, but it's...
Dowdle again, mate.
Dowdle takes another mark. He's starting to play well back there.
Very good.
Near touch.
15-yarder. Blackman on the mark, Simmons on the mark. There might be another 15 in it. Up he comes. Dowdle kicks that awkward kicking style. Not a bad kick at all. Burke in good position. Noble pushes Hoburg in the back. Takes a mark. Hoburg gets a free from the back. Probably be looking for McDonald in the centre half forward area. That's where it goes. Halloran in front. And pushes down. Keeps the ball. Forces the ball forward. He done very well. And handball's off to Fernandez. Handball's the throw according to Wayne Roberts. 90-man playing the ball. Should have thought he would have let that one go. Guthrie takes a kick. Left footer. Kicks low, scrubby kick. In the direction of Matthews. He hovers over the ball. Dion Leighton tackles. Magic tackle. Held his feet and tackled him. It's good. He's going to kick to his brother, I think. No, over his head. Over his head to the bloke running behind him, I think.
Weeroona Bay number 3, which is Deacon, comes around. Dropped the mark he should have taken, but grubbles the ball out towards the flank. Paulie Wingfield gets a handball over, straight to Dickie Miller from Centrals. Tries to chip it over towards Blackman, puts it out in the full. Gunji Wingfield had to kick for Weeroona Bay out on the other side boundary line. In front of the Mrs. Byles and crew over there, Leighton's. No, it will not be his kick, it's Deacon taking the kick. Heads towards Darryl Freely in the middle. As the siren sounds for the end of the quarter.
Excellent quarter for Centrals, 5 goals, 6 to no score. I'm sure they might be favoured by a slight breeze, but it seems to be coming straight across the ground. I should imagine the coach, Ken Burton, will be very pleased with that. Defence was strong and direct. The school players use their skills and run the ball, got out in the open.
Goal kickers at this stage. Brian Ferguson's got 2, Dale Leighton 1, Johnny Simmons 1, and Mark Burke 1. What do you reckon about best players, Trev? The Centrals at the moment?
Well, Jeff Harris and Mark Burke have probably split them up. The running players. I thought John O'Halloran's done a good job on Freely as well. He seems to be checking him. He's probably only had a couple of kicks. His last game he probably had 40 kicks.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Yeah, they're meeting the ball well. Central's handling the ball. Plenty of confidence in the way they're meeting the ball. Kenny Burton's got them pretty psyched up out there. What about Weeroona Bay?
Oh, Dowdle, their captain, I think he's probably been their best player so far.
Yeah.
He's done a good job.
But Chullis has had a lot of touches early, dropped out late, but he didn't do a lot with his kick, but at least he got the ball on the boot quickly to try and move the ball out of defence pretty quickly.
Central's experienced grand finalists, of course. They played last year, the same team. Won the grand final. They're looking for a back-to-back premiership. Of course, Weeroona Bay, I don't know whether their under-19s have ever been in the grand final.
They won an under-18 premiership about 5 years ago, but not, I don't think any of these players were played.
Jack Dempsey was coaching them a few years ago. They had a very good side that came through.
Yeah, don't think there's any of those players left in there now, though, 5 years ago.
No, I don't think so. A few of them playing A-grade. Of course, this is where you get a few juniors from to fill up your A-grade ranks.
Kenny Burton talking to his players at the moment.
I should imagine he'd be pretty happy. He's got Ken Burton, assistant coaches Joe Gledder and Gary Burton. Lads are lucky to have people like these people willing to put in their time. Very, very good coaches. Knowledge of the game. They've probably played somewhere around 600 games between the three of them. No Whyalla football, probably all in Whyalla too. Yeah, our other commentator that pulled out down there, Schimmel, standing behind Bones Harris, freezing. Look at it. I know what he'd be like if he was standing up here.
I was going to say, I think he felt the shivers and took off pretty quickly there.
Yeah. It was all right last night. He was going to commentate when he was half stunned.
Yes, he was commentating pretty well later on while here too. So
the disco teching.
few of the Central A graders and seconds players out here today. Good to see a bit of support, plenty of supporters around.
The cameraman's just got my old man blowing his nose.
That's Trevor Callery's dad. Right, we're moving out at the start of the second quarter now. Central's 5-6, Weeroona Bay no score. That wind could be slightly favouring the northern end.
Yeah, that's the north.
Central end of the ground, but not a lot, mainly straight into our face into the grandstand.
Not a bad crowd. Good to see a few A-grade players from both sides here watching. Of course, in the other games today, Westies won the under-10s and the under-12s. Rapina won the under-14s. The Norths won the under-15s. 3 quarters to go and we'll know who's won this game. Blackman versus Atkinson again in the centre bounce. Just waiting on a few of the lads to get off the oval. Up past 3 in the afternoon, she's going to be a late finish, I'd say. Fairly cool off here by the time we do. There goes the siren. Peter Hodson to throw the ball down. Good bounce. Favours Atkinson just slightly. He gets the thump away. Dion Layton comes through, paddles the ball forward, and paddles the ball forward. Now Paul Wingfield comes in and gathers, and he paddles also. It comes out to the boundary line. I should imagine it's going to go out. And our boundary umpire at the headband is going to throw it in. In she goes. Blackman versus Atkinson again. Blackman in front. Atkinson gets the leap. Guthrie, left foot kick long and high. Matthews in front. Got a grip, didn't quite hold it. Through comes Azapati, taps it through and gets it on further, and Burke takes possession. Breaks away. Good handball to, nearly a good handball to Dion Layton, who handballs again. Giraga shepherds. Let freely through though. Onto his left foot. Kick short to no one in particular. Cran's paddles on. Noble gathers and kicks the ball. Finally someone got a decent hoof on it. Jerry Vilchulis comes through on his left foot. Breaks around Smith and Miller. And Hoberg takes the mark.
Hoberg on the wing, heads into centre forward, falls over as he kicks it. Paul Devlin stumbled and gave the Weeroona Bay player a bit of a shove from the back, so he's got the free kick at centre forward.
13, we don't know who he is.
It's not in the book. He goes forward looking long. It's a good kick right at the head of the goal square. Blackman up in front. There's a free kick being found, a Weeroona Bay player there. Number 16, McDonald. He'll have a shot from about 15 yards out. Very slight angle and should be able to kick Weeroona Bay's first score.
Come out to Central's training one night. Prentice up here with the government. Kicks the goal. Weeroona Bay's first score, they got a 1 goal, and Central's 5 goals 6. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Central's just a trifle unlucky there. He's in the middle of that pack. I thought the front man probably had first grips on that.
Weeroona Bay needed a quick goal in this quarter to try and get themselves going. It's their first score for the game, probably the first time they've been up at full forward in the game. Ball back in the middle now with Wayne Roberts. Atkinson versus Blackman again. The ball gets bounced down. Blackman gets the easy punch away wide towards Devlin. Devlin lets it go. Guthrie handballs out to Freely. Freely drives a long raking kick over the top of his full forward. Still rolling to the top of the goal square now. Ball on the Weeroona Bay player. Tries to pick up. Cannot. And Wayne Roberts will call for a bounce. Probably a touch unlucky there. He might have got a shove, or Wayne Roberts might have picked it as a bit of a tripped himself over. He'll bounce it down right into the goal square for Weeroona Bay. Down it goes. Ball bounce comes away towards Burke. Burke is a Weeroona Bay player, a bit of a shove out. He gets a free kick probably 25 metres out. Very slight angle. It's John Guthrie.
Over the shoulder, he never even put his hands up. Plays on. Slams the left foot goal. They go to 2 goals. Central's 5 goals 6. Central's want to be careful here. There's a couple of frees that have gone back Weeroona Bay's way. Central's were getting the frees earlier on because they were men in front playing the ball. Not a bad place to get frees, as our cameraman just said. Especially like that. It probably was a free, but I doubt it was over the shoulder.
Yeah, it was probably unlucky there because the bounce did go away and all Burke had his eyes on the ball running after the bad bounce, so it could be put down an umpire error.
Let's hope the umpires don't watch this.
Well, we could be in trouble.
Like ourselves. Blackman versus Atkinson. Blackman gets the knock forward. 21. Dempsey. Atkinson kicks long with the left foot. And Andrew Azapati takes a nice mark in front of Guthrie. Plays on with his left foot, puts it over the top of Callahan. And Jaraga. Callahan takes possession. Around the outer side wing from the half-back flank to the wing. Lambros Futulis versus Smith. Lambros slams it on. And they force it out of bounds. Umpire, no, Smith gets a free for in the back. Another free against Lambros Futulis. He's done a fair bit of that. Ferguson gives a little touch on to Simmons, who lines up the goals, and will he kick it? So I think he has. He has. John Simmons' the second goal. Nice goal too, and nice work by Brian Ferguson. Just tapped the ball on. Weeroona Bay perhaps a trifle unlucky there. I thought Ferguson wanted to push that guy in the back too.
Yeah, it could have been playing body work though. Tried to hold the player out. That was good work by the central defence, and it comes straight from the full back position up the outer side, down. Darryl Culligan's kick was into the open space and let the runners have a go at it. It eventually come down to Ferguson, contest him out, got hands the ball. Johnny Simmons snapped up the crumbs and kicked truly Central's 6th goal. Hodson back in the umpire. Hodson got the ball back in the middle. Blackman against Atkinson again. They're rucking most of the quarters at the moment. Atkinson takes a tap, controls the ball again himself. It was good work. Kicks high to the body forward pocket. Jono Halloran drops a mark he probably should have taken. Tackles well recovered. Andrew Azapati over the ball. Gets his kick out and heads towards two Weeroona Bay players who spoil each other, but one is lucky enough to still hold the ball.
21's Dempsey.
It's Greg Dempsey. It was a good mark under pressure from his own player.
Kicks. He kicks him to the man, Ian Noble. Well done, Nobby. Hips him off the ball, tapped out by Dion Layton. Jeff Harris swings around his left foot and gets a foul after disposal again. Another free by Weeroona Bay.
It's a silly free kick. The ball was miles away and he just went past and gave a clip under the ear.
Stephen Smith, the Nipper Evans medalist. No, not Nipper Evans, Norman medalist. Kicks long to Damon Jaraga. He's just backward towards the centre of half forward. Kicks Brian Ferguson, kicks it straight to Peter Wingfield.
Maybe you thought he was still playing for Centrals.
Half back line, kicks to the centre wing area where Creans has got the run of the ball. Will he pick it up? I'm not sure. He does. Handballs to Freely. Freely fumbles. Ducks around Burke. Burke done a good job then to stop him getting through. He eventually gets through and scrubby kick forward. The bounce favours Guthrie, who fumbles. Azapati Shepherd's well. If McCormack had picked the ball up instead of tapping on, kicks it in the full forward area. Whyalla in front grabs first touch of the ball, which has been played to the man behind is Greg McDonald. Not a bad player, actually. Probably 20 yards out. Cright straight in front, we're right behind, he kicks it straight through the goals. They go to 3. Weeroona Bay go to 3 goal and Central 6 goals 6.
It's McDonald's second goal this quarter already. They're coming back quite well, a lot more fight, a lot more determination to get the ball. Central will have to watch them as they get that bit of a run on coming out of defence. It'll be quite good. They make Central 6-6 to Weeroona Bay 2 goal.
3 goal.
3 goal.
Oh, missed a goal, yeah, I've only got him.
Yeah, I didn't put it down the bottom. Ball back in the middle with umpire Hodson. Blackman action is still on the ball at the start of this quarter. The two tallest men on the ground do most of the ruck work. Comes in. It's a good bounce. Ruckman come to it. Blackman got most of the hand of the ball, splayed up and down. Sid Fernandez over the ball, run it. Mark Burke comes through, grabs it. It's a bit of a trip. Gets a shovel out towards Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith shifted out of the way well by a Weeroona Bay player. Ball in the pack. And umpire Roberts will ask for a bounce.
Over did well there for Weeroona Bay. Stayed over the ball. Down it goes. Blackman versus Atkinson again. Not a bad bounce. Favours Blackman. Gets 2 hands on it, grabs it out of the air and kicks forward. It's in our forward area. It's Wingfield versus Miller. Miller gets hands. Simmons reads off hands well.
It's a good tackle there.
Good tackle, holding the ball.
Kevin Moore for Weeroona Bay.
He'll kick the Creans. Low and hard, and Creans should mark. Gets a bit of a shove in the back and does mark.
Weeroona Bay crowd asking for 15 yards there. It's a bad kick by Creans. Grub it. Dion Layton does well. Pushes the ball towards the boundary. Gives Centrals an even competition in the next throw-in.
Boundary throw-in. Blackman versus Deacon. Blackman takes front position. Pushes it down to Dion Layton, who gets a kick. Screw punt. Wingfield in the... John Simmons held back by Jerry Latulis this time. Gets a free away and kicks to the centre half forward area where Ferguson's in front. Sun in their eyes by the look of it. Number 2, that's that Dowdle again. He gets another kick away. It's the half-back flank where Plum from Weeroona Bay overruns the ball. Jaraga tried to paddle it, and a free kick to Plum for holding the man by Stephen Smith.
Plum looking for some lead up forward, comes towards centre forward or centre. Blackman reads the ball well, coming to take an easy chest mark. Looks for the moving player, which is Dion Leighton. Kicks short to Mark Burke, who's moving well at the moment. Plenty of pace. Drives long to the top of the goal square. Ferguson sets himself against Atkinson. Holds his ground well. Off hands. Dick Miller reads it extremely well. Beautiful. Runs through. Kicks a goal. Central's 7th goal. It was well read off the pack TC.
Yeah, very good. Blackman's handball to Dion Leighton, broke up the play and just chipped it across to Burke, who, as we said before, kicks the ball a long way, and he hit the goal square from in the centre square. Ferguson competed for the ball and Miller read it beautifully. Centrals go to 7-7, Weeroona Bay 3 goal. A bit of take over.
Dick Miller, that's Dick Miller's first goal. Richard is his real name. Central players call him Dick. Coming into the club this year, about halfway through the season, fit into the under-19 extremely well. Last few weeks had a bit of an ankle injury. He's recovered from that now and moving extremely well, getting him something to fire at with the running players, moving well, backing his teammates up, and deserved that first goal.
So the players are lucky to have the trainers to get them fit for these games. Worthwhile effort by the trainers. Good goal, that one. Blackman versus Deacon again. Blackman gets the tap. Then a Freely of Sockers off the ground. Good kick forward too. Allen versus Paul Wingfield. Paul Wingfield, a bit unlucky I would say. He got the ball. Fumbled around again. Wayne Roberts looking at the ball. Handball comes out to Paul Wingfield again. He breaks around, gets a small kick. Callaghan, one hand up. Plum takes possession. Darren Plum of Centrals. 2 Plums playing. One for Weeroona, one for Centrals. Lambros for Julius takes the ball. Kicks long into the pocket area. Darren Plum in front. Behind is number 13, who we don't know, tapped out. Callaghan takes possession. Kicks forward to Freely. First time today, no one's been on him. He goes with a screw punt to the square. They get the bounce now. She bounces forward and Andrew Azzopardi takes the ball, runs out of the back pocket. Kicks short. Bad kick, actually. Creans comes in. Dion Leighton takes front position. Paddles again. Paddles it on. He's done well. Gets it to Burke, who breaks through with his strength. A-grade experience. Kicks a beautiful ball to Chris Blackman, who breaks away from in front of the grandstand. Takes one bounce. Was looking for Dale Leighton out in the centre and should mark.
Kick.
Gets a free. No, done well, the Weeroona Bay. He has given a free.
It was a bit of a charge there, didn't really have his eyes on the ball.
I thought it was going to be, but he got a hand on the ball.
Hard to
Kick
say.
Short to Simmons.
It's good work.
He plays on, kicks the goal.
It's Johnny Simmons' 3rd goal for the game. It was well worked. Dion Leighton probably set that goal up on the half-back flank. A bad kick came out to him, but he got his body over the ball, tapped and moved the ball round, gained a good 30 yards coming around the band line and eventually pushed the ball over the band line under extreme pressure. Kept Weeroona Bay out of their forward line, pushed Centrals into their forward line.
That was good. Again, they come out of defence and run the ball round. Chris Blackman held possession until he got within reach of kicking into the forward area. He goes back to full forward for a rest and Brian Ferguson comes on the ball. Ferguson versus Deacon. Roberts, the umpire, bounces. Umpire's bouncing's been quite good actually. That's another good one. Ferguson gets left hand of the ball to Burke, breaks through again. Breaks the tackle, nearly holding the ball. Guthrie in front, Simmons coming to meet him. Lovely pick up, skills are excellent. Loses possession, Jared Vachulis to Guthrie. Guthrie kicks forward. Paul Wingfield and Greg McCormack. Fumbled around, Dion Leighton gets a foot to it. It's good, Simmons in front and takes a lovely mark. Starting to get into the game, yes, very good mark. He's looking for a lead. Chris Blackman will be a spot, I'd say, in the centre forward area. He's got the long reach. 3 Weeroona Bays against Blackman. Blackman nearly pulled it down. Nearly, but not quite good enough. Weeroona Bay. Moore. Not playing too bad, this bloke either. He's had a couple of kicks. Kicks to the boundary line. And Hoberg takes the mark. The headband on. Ian Noble.
15 yards against the Central team for creeping over the mark. Brings us right down in front of us here.
Hoberg to kick, number 22. Kicks to the just forward a wing, Weeroona Bay side. And lovely mark by Matthews from Weeroona Bay.
Central's trying to mark, not to punch in that situation. Kicks long towards the half-forward flank. Good mark there by, I can't see his number at the moment.
13 again, I think.
13, that's the unknown player. Sentinel's creeping over the mark again. That gives another 15-yarder. They can't afford these 15-yarders. The unknown player drives in towards full forward. It's low. Good punch away there by Johnny O'Halloran. towards Darren Plum, grabs the ball, swings round. It's a bad kick going to Weeroona Bay's way over the other side pocket. Darren Callery on with number 20, dodges well, chips back, it's too high for his player. Ian Noble comes through, gets a grubber kick away from the direction of Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith tries to soccer the ball off the ground, fully controls the ball pretty well, can't pick it up. Weeroona Bay player snap towards goal.
Plum kicks a point. Takes Weeroona Bay to 3-1, Central's 8-7. So just making a couple of blues there. Darren Plum going across goal. It's a good long kick, he's looking at this side of the ground and kicks long. Greg McCormack should mark. No, he's finished up behind. Crans picks up, didn't kick, Andrew has a party, handballs, Greg McCormack on the left foot. Kicks a float at Lambos for Chulis in front. Simmons comes over the top of him, gives him a free for around the neck. Trifle unlucky again.
Bit of shuffling and mucking around there in the middle. Chulis looking for something to kick to. Kicks long towards the half wall. Ferguson and
Greg McDonald.
Starting to grab a few kicks and a few good marks on that forward line, giving him something to kick to. Heads towards centre half forward. Damage rug up too early, gets the ball away. Number 13 tries to kick, good smothered away. Johnny O'Halloran playing well on defence. Chips it across to Andrew Azapati, which is top play.
Lovely.
Possession football.
Kicks long to Dion Leighton, he should mark on his chest. Mix up with him and Brian Ferguson. One called the other one out, which is not on. Scrambled around, Crans takes the ball. Handballs to no one. Greg McCormack goes in, probably could have got a free there. Out on the full umpire, no.
Boundary umpire disagreeing there. Central players gesturing with him, but still boundary umpire sticks with the decision.
And here comes Ferguson versus Deacon. Deacon in front. Ferguson gets a knock to McDonald. Kicks long to the full forward area. Plum from behind should fist. No, he outmarks him. Excellent. He'll probably come to... No, he's going to the outer side of the ground where he's got Smith leading. Smith versus Chris Plum. Callahan comes through, reads the ball. Rover runs it. Chris Plum puts head down and like the rugby player and pushes his way through. Peter Hodgson goes into bounce, smothered on the ground. Starting to shake up here, it's getting fairly cold.
Hodgson grabs the ball, looking for a bounce. Weeroona Bay's half foot between half forward and full forward. Bounce goes down. Noble takes a knock for Centrals, hits it straight down to Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith on the left foot, chips it out towards a running Sid Fernandez. Ball beats both Weeroona Bay and Central players. Sid Fernandez recovers well, plays on, but good tackle by the Weeroona Bay. Persisted to try and get the hand on the Guernsey, pulled him around and prevented the kick.
It's Dowdle again. Dowdle. Jury for Chulis in the centre of the ground. He plays on, onto the left foot. Kicks long to the centre half forward area where Andrew Azapati is playing a darn good game in that back pocket.
Usually
that's a nice mark.
Winger half forward player, but this year Kenny Burton's put him on the half back line. He's playing extremely well. Chips it up to Mark Burke. Makes an easy mark. Centre half back.
Looking for a lead. He's not getting much. Oh, here's Jeff Harris out on his own on the other side of the ground. Still about the centre of the ground, the wing. Chris Blackman leads into the centre half forward area. Will he kick it to him? I think he's going long in that direction. John Simmons in the van to take the mark, pushed in the back. Ball goes over the top. Atkinson comes to meet it. He'll go into his left foot. Short passes to Freely, but straight to Dion Leighton. Freely's struggling to get in the game, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's a good mark too, that one. He short passes to Burr Smith. And over Burke's head to Stephen Smith. Dale Leighton leads. Pass goes out that way. Goes over the top, puts it on the left foot, and hits the post. Bad luck for Centrals there. Takes them on to 8-8 and Weeroona Bay 3-1 at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter.
It's pretty even quarter this one. The Bays have shown a lot more fight coming back into the game. Atkinson chips out towards Vachulis, takes an easy mark. Jerry Vachulis running around, well shepherded by Gunji Wingfield, throws a bit of an arm back, won't worry about that. Chips it across, and a good diving mark taken by Deacon. Half back flank Weeroona Bay. Brian Ferguson sneaks over the mark. Roberts had not called play on, so the umpire's given 15 yards. Probably a bit unlucky, but he's been playing it consistently all day, so they can't really argue.
One-eyed Central supporters getting upset there.
Where's one?
Short. Ian Noble spoils Hoberg and push the ball forward. Ferg goes to take Hoberg out, goes over the shoulder, and he gets the deserved free, which is quite right. Bit of frustration creeping in there. He kicks short to Crans, drops short. Burke takes the ball. Harris takes the ball. Comes back around through the pack on his left foot and kicks long. Good play. Simmons versus over the back of the pack. Blackman takes the handballs to Simmons. bounces in front, makes it very awkward, and Atkinson comes through. And on his left foot, chips to Deacon, who drops the mark, and Ferguson should pick up. Watch the player instead of the ball, now he's gathered. Handballs to himself.
Playing for the free kick, should get the ball on the boot.
Didn't get much support there, there's a couple of central players hovering around but not going in. Atkinson takes the ball after all that, kicks to the wing area. Devlin, Greg McCormack spoils. And knocks, done it well actually. Crans takes the ball, kicks around the body. And Dempsey kicks to the centre half forward area. Spoiled from behind by Plum was excellent. Dame Juraga handballs to Callahan on his left footer, kicks long to the central half forward area. Lambros, Fachulis, Dowdle and Fernandez. Lambros comes around Fernandez, kicks to the centre of the ground where he finds Freely on his own. Not too often he's been on his own today. Not the centre of the ground.
They held him pretty well.
He's looking for a short pass, kicks low to Guthrie. He'll go to his left foot. Takes it one bounce, runs 10 yards and runs and kicks straight to Darren Plum. Takes a lovely mark. A bit of pressure from Matthews. Looking for something to kick to. A few central guys with hands on their knees already. Jeff Harris in the centre there.
Yeah, it's a vital period of the bloody quarter too to try and hit the pressure on the Bays, not let them get a goal and try and get a couple of quick
kicks to his brother Chris there. He's looking for someone to kick to. Nice kick too. Over the top comes John O'Halloran. Again Andrew Azapati playing well back there and kicks long. Excellent kick, and Mark Burke should mark and does. Opposition from Crans. He's looking for a lead, he hasn't got much. Dobbing long to the centre forward area where Dickie Miller's in. No, Lambros Fachulis takes a nice mark from in front of Dick Miller, who was leading.
Lambros Fachulis looking for something up forward. Plays on, goes around, out towards the wing for Freely. Freely getting a little bit of space at the moment. Damien Dreyer on him. Freely goes back, signals to go long. Screw punt, not a bad kick. Towards centre forward, off hands. Atkinson grabs the ball. It's a good handball over the top of the Weeroona Bay player.
Matthews takes the ball and kicks a goal.
It's a good bit of play by Weeroona Bay. Look for each other, good teamwork. Prepared to give the ball out and give the player in the best position the ball. That makes the scores 8-8 to Central's 8-8, Weeroona Bay 4-1.
At the 22-minute mark of the second quarter. Central's there didn't quite pick up. Damon Juragan went across to stand the mark for Freely, and his man was just down loose in the forward area. I think the Rovers decided to make their change then, and made it just a little bit difficult for the wingmen and that to pick up their players, especially the back line. Didn't stand a chance. Down it goes from Roberts. Favours Blackman. Atkinson gets the knock, follows his play up very well. Handballs through, gets a hold of the man decision against Ian Noble on Atkinson. He'll take a left footer. He's on the line of the square. 22-minute mark of the second quarter. Kicks low to the lead, number 13. She's touched play on.
It's the unknown player again.
The unknown player. Not a bad player either, look at me.
A few touches this quarter. Roberts comes down. Be Atkinson versus Blackman. Atkinson taps it out in the front of Freely. Bad bounce for him. Dion Layton gets the ball, tries to get it out. Ball comes out towards Greg McCormack. Fumbles, trying to pick it up. Looking for the handball for some support. Gets the kick, no. Too long to the umpire.
I won't say it, but he's a bloody cheat. I will say it. That's bloody shocking.
Player attempted, the rules do say the ball must be attempted to get out within the rules, and that was what was done by the player. Bit unlucky there.
As the cameraman said, 3 frees in front of goal, 3 goal.
Yeah, kicked by
5-goal-1.
Number 13, the unknown player, got that free kick.
Did he get that first one as well? I'm not sure. We're missing one here.
I'm missing heaps.
Not sure. Yeah, Weeroona Bay coming back into the game here. Central's probably just slowing down a bit. Those Central's lost a bit of momentum in the last quarter of an hour.
Yeah, it's a vital period. It's probably only about half a minute to a minute of play left in this quarter. A goal will be very handy. They held on for most of the quarter, kept a good 5-goal lead, but now they're back under pressure. 3 goals, 7 in front. Hudson bounces the ball down. Blackman and Atkinson to it. Atkinson grabs the ball well, flicks the handball to Freely, who taps on to a running player. To Munn. Handballs out to Crans. Crans has the ball in his hands. Good tackle. Play on. Hoberg runs towards the goals. Ball bouncing towards goal, but through for a point.
Thank God. 5-1 to 8-8.
5-2. 8-8.
5-2, is it? The scoreboard's wrong. Oh, yeah, 5-2 now, yeah. There's a Darren Plum to kick off. Going straight down the centre. Just slightly wide of centre, and Chris Blackman goes up. Ball comes over the back. Again, Dion Leighton taps onto Burke. Kicks long. Jeff Harris. Gunji Wingfield takes a nice mark. Plays on quickly. Kicks to the centre of the ground where Chris Plum's in front. Damon Giragas balls from behind. Lambros Vitulis in front. Gathers the ball. Lets it go. Sid Fernandez dives over. Chris Plum in front, trying to battle the ball. Here comes Jerry Vitulis through. Berkey picks up the ball and gets a small kick away where John Simmons is in front. Got 5 yards on about 3 Weeroona Bays, and they're coming 100 mile an hour. He ducks around very, very well. Skill. Handballs to Greg McCormack. Handballs to Burke. Burke's got to look out. He's got him coming. And he breaks away and he'll have a shot here. Kicks a long ball, as we said before.
It's not going to come around Ferg.
The goal square where Ferg misses. Fighting for it. Not a free for holding the ball down there.
No, but could have gone either way. Bit of inconsistency by the umpires. Ferguson looking for the free kick there. It could have easily been given.
I wouldn't say that was the wrong decision, no. That was probably quite correct.
Rob bounces down as the siren sounds. Half-time, the under-19 1983 grand final. Central's 8-8, Weeroona Bay 5-2.
You reckon? No. Oh, you're right.
Well, who's the best players?
No? Goal scorers for Centrals are Smith 1, Ferguson 2, Simmons 3, Burke 1 and Miller 1. For Weeroona Bay, we don't know for sure. McDonald 2, Matthews 1, 13 1, and we lost one somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably the best players for Centrals. What do you reckon?
Mark Burke come into the game extremely well there, using pace. Chris Blackman played a better game. Dion Leighton, plenty of desperation, aggressiveness on the wing.
Andrew Azapardi's played well on the back line.
Yeah, on the half-back line.
Probably reading the ball better back there.
Yeah.
No, overall, probably an even performance from Centrals.
Yeah, the defence that quarter probably held them out pretty well. There could have been a bit more strife if they hadn't been.
Good spores from in defence here from Johnny O'Halloran and Darren Plum. Overall, I think Centrals have been a bit spasmodic. Most of the players have done their little bit, which is the most important thing, of course. Haven't seen much of Paul Devlin today.
No, he had a good game last week.
Really... Looks like he's limping a bit.
Yeah, got a bit of a knock on the leg last week, but still plenty left. He's a top of player that'll come back into the game. We'll never say die, so we can see more of him yet.
Best players for Weeroona Bay, probably Dowdle didn't have much to do that quarter. He's probably the best player, I'd say. Ruckman, Shane Atkinson, Greg McDonald got a few touches in that quarter.
Yeah, come right back in there. Probably their best player for that quarter.
The Chulis brothers, the half-back line's very mean and aggressive.
Yeah, Gunji Wingfield late in that half picked quite a few few kicks to drive them back into attack.
They didn't give the freeze away they did in the first quarter.
Shane Atkinson rucking well, controlling the ball well.
Anyway, at half-time, 8-8 to 5-2.
We'll go look through the sun.
We'll go for something to keep us warm. The grand final. Down she goes. Blackman should take the knock down to Burke, who fumbles. Atkinson forces his way through again. Matthews kicks forward to the half-forward area. Harris over the back of McDonald. Callahan in front. Taps the ball forward. Number 20 takes us in the van, gets the ball round, kicks around his body quite well. Wayne Roberts gives another foul after disposal against Darryl Kelly in this time. Shane Atkinson to take the mark. Robert Doyle was the player that did very well there, number 20. Atkinson kicks, hooks it through for a point. Greg Byles, co-commentators, just warmed up. 3 or 4 jumpers on.
Supplied by the Central Under-19 side. They don't know it yet, but they're supplied.
Plum kicks off to Dion Leighton. He comes over the top, forces the ball down to Paul Devlin. Kicks around his body. Cran should take the mark on his chest. Fumbles. Bad miss that actually. Paddles the ball forward. Chris Blackman's got hold of him. Handballs, and it goes straight to Dion Leighton. He's broke away on the wing, the outer side wing for Centrals. Gunji Wingfield in front of Dickie Miller. Dickie takes the ball. Gunji takes the ball. They've done a bit of fumbling there. Gunji kicks into the forward area where Greg Dempsey takes the mark. Just forward to centre for Weeroona Bay. Kicks long with a drop punt. Centre half forward area. Plum in front. Should be paid the mark. Play on, says the umpire. And then number 13, who turns out to be Wayne Rogers. Handballs straight to Callahan, who kicks to the boundary line. Damien Giraga in the race for the ball with Stephen Smith there. Ball goes out of bounds. Boundary umpire throws her in left-handed. Up she goes. Blackman against Atkinson. Blackman takes the ball. Forces his body through and takes a free for holding the man.
Chris Blackman's kick, half-back flank, grandstand side. Goes long, no, short. Bad kick by Blackman, in trouble, swings around, kick the ball in the man there. Damien Jaraga, number 8 for Weeroona Bay, gets a handball out to Atkinson. Well smothered by Damien Jaraga, taps it out, still after the ball.
Trips Chris Plum.
It's a touchy free kick there. He was after trying to smother the ball, didn't impede the player in any way. Chris Plum's free kick. Half forward flank. Looking towards the middle, kicks a good kick towards brother Darren. Darren Plum in front, could be paid the mark. Wayne Roberts says no. A split decision and we'll have a bounce.
Probably not a bad decision either. The bloke from behind got a good grab on the ball. Cameraman's wife's just turned up, distracting his attention, so we hope he's still got the play. Atkinson takes the ball out of the air with the left foot, kicks to the forward area where Andrew Azzopardi's in front, gets pushed in the back from Guthrie, didn't get the free. Jeff Harris gathers the ball, swings on his left foot, short in the centre where John O'Halloran marks. Good mark at that. He'll go back and probably deliver longer. Didn't go back very far, but he kicks long. Stephen Smith area, he marks. Good mark in front of Lambros for Chulis. He's looking for Dion Leighton out wide on the wing. Dion gathers, pulls up in front of Crans. Plays on now, looking for Dickie Miller. He's in front of fumbles and gets around him now and he should break away. Lovely pick up. Now he's looking for a lead. Kicks long in the Brian Ferguson, Dale Leighton area, over Dale's head. And out of bounds in the forward pocket underneath the scoreboard. Central's an attack, 5-minute mark of the third quarter. 8-8-5-3. This video is sponsored by Roy Callahan of AMP. We hope.
Umpire throws in. Ferguson grabs him, pinged for a push in the back against the Weeroona Bay player. Plays on, chips out to Vitulis, who missed easy mark. I think Stevenson's got a hand on that. Vitulis recovers, kicks long towards the centre of the ground. Jeff Harris sets himself over the top spot by Weeroona Bay player, recovers.
Hoburg.
Handballs to Greg McCormack, who drives in, too long for Mark Burke. Burke in the pack, trying to get the ball out. Shuffling around, ball is still under the pack, no one can get it out. Umpire Hodgson said they'll have a bounce.
Good play by Centrals there. Especially Mark Burke to hold the ball in there. Weeroona Bay had to run the ball. Down goes the bounce. Blackman versus Atkinson again. Blackman gets a clear knock to Vitulis. Devlin takes the ball off him. Dowdle takes the ball, tries to handle, scrambled around. Vitulis and Devlin over the ball. Peter Hodgson to bounce again. Blackman against Atkinson. Atkinson gets a favourite of the bounce, gets the knock away. Freely comes through. First time this quarter. Gets a kick away. In front is their number 20 again, Robert Doyle. Does it very well. Not a bad little player. Skids the ball across to Hoburg. It picks up. Kicks long. Centre half forward area. Guthrie in front. Sport from behind by Andrew Azzopardi. John O'Halloran takes front position. Kicks backwards to no one. John Matthews marks the ball. Probably 60, 70 yards out. I don't think he can make the distance from there. Kicks long to the square. 13 in the... We're not
decision
sure.
By umpire Roberts in the back. A bit earlier that decision.
In the back to Greg McCormack. Marked by Wayne Rogers, number 13 we couldn't think of before.
Bad kick by me towards the boundary line, dribbles it over the boundary line. In the outer side forward pocket, Weeroona Bay. Boundary umpire throws it in. John Deckett gets rid of a few kids out of the stand. Darren Plum takes knock, hits it over his head. A good knock, but not many Central players chasing the ball. With 10, Guthrie goes the ball, kicks for Weeroona Bay, just sneaks inside the boundary line. Boundary umpire will chuck it in exactly the same position as he did a while ago.
Not a bad move by John Deckett there, get rid of them, making a bit of noise.
Yeah, they come up with a few blankets, but they can go away if they want to.
Wayne Rogers in front, tries to gather. Andrew Azzopardi gets a quick kick to Paul Wingfield, who plays on, shoots for goal. Low kick forward, and John O'Halloran punches it out. Darren Plum gathers, kicks to the boundary line, straight to Guthrie, who drops the ball. Spins back straight into Stephen Smith. He gathers again, left foot kick. It's a good kick too, by the look of it. Sit the post. Unlucky there, Weeroona Bay. It's a good kick from the outer side pocket with the left foot. Of course, you got the wind right behind him. The wind virtually straight across the ground. 7 minute mark. Plum kicks off the grandstand side. Ian Noble marks from behind.
Good grab by Ian Noble. Centrals will need a few big marks from him. Bit of a solid game. Heads towards the centre of the ground towards Jeff Harris against Hoburg. Jeff Harris taps it on over the top. It's on. Vitulis recovers well for Weeroona Bay. Gets the kick to the outer side. Paulie Wingfield leads for the race of ball. Will Sport, but a touchy free kick by Wayne Roberts there. Paulie Wingfield goes forward for the short pass towards Atkinson. Atkinson, probably a fair free kick there. Noble tried to come in, slipped and took Atkinson's legs out from under him.
Probably penalised Weeroona Bay there. McDonald gathered and was lining up the guys. Looks like McDonald's on the centre forward too. I don't know if he was, I think Hoberg was there before.
Yeah, McDonald played well in that second quarter, gave him plenty of something to kick at. Atkinson goes long, a bad screw punts, head of the square. Crumbs taken by number 16 in
McDonald.
That's the player we were just talking about. Taken by Plum, held to him, Roberts let it bounce. Bounce down. Callaghan takes the knocks to the Roosters, recovered by kicked off the ground by number 13, who was
Rogers here, player.
Rogers, unknown player. The ball goes through for a point.
5-4 to 8-8. Central's way. Weeroona Bay attacking. Darren Plum, the central wire full-back. Kick off. Kicks to the outer side this time. The long kick. Greg McCormack area. Dion Leighton goes in front. Paulie Wingfield gathers. Handballs to Guthrie. Guthrie runs around his left foot as he usually does. Kicks to the pocket in the John Matthews direction. He's brought from behind by Andrew Azapari. The ball goes out of bounds again. No boundary umpire with a headband or throw in again. Thomas Darren Plum versus Rogers. Full back versus full forward. Rogers takes front position. Plum takes the knock. Thumps it forward to the boundary line. But Paul Wingfield should pick up. Doesn't. Stays over the ball. Handballs it out. Sid Fernandez gets a hand on it. Comes through with the ball. Dion Leighton picks up nice gather actually. And kicks in the man with a lovely smother from Guthrie and pushes the ball out of bounds again.
Pace has gone off the game at the moment. Slowed down. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Blackman against number 21, Dempsey. Ball on the ground. Either play. Axon grabs the ball, coming out of the pack. Breaks clear. Comes around his left foot. Shoots. It's coming right across the face of the goals. And out of bounds in the grandstand forward pocket.
John Whelan, the boundary umpire, throw in.
Whelan throws the ball in. Plum
left hand
against McDonald there. Burke tries to shove the ball, held on to after he got rid of it. Play on called the umpire. The 21 grabs the ball, snaps for goal.
Greg Dempsey,
as well read. Come onto the right foot, quick snap, split the centre of the goals. Weeroona Bay Central 8-8, Weeroona Bay 6-5 now, coming back. Getting a little more aggressive in the game and slowly pegging back the Central lead. 10 minutes into the third quarter.
Starting to get a run on Weeroona Bay here. They've played probably better than Central since quarter time. Just a couple of lucky frees and kicks cost Central's goal. Central's make the change. Jeff Harris comes out of the square. Stephen Smith goes in. Bounce down. Chris Blackman against Atkinson. Atkinson gets a tap to no one. Blackman stays over the ball and probably should get the free. Does. Handballs to Dion Leighton, who breaks away from centre. Kicks short to Dickie Miller, who's in front of Gunji Wingfield, and takes a mark underneath the scoreboard, 70-80 yards out. Chips it short to Stephen Smith, missed him. Guthrie comes through, picks up on the left foot of handballs to Gunji Wingfield, who breaks away, tries to, handballs to Lambros for Chillis, comes around his right foot, and as usual kicks long. Ian Noble underneath, Hoberg from behind. Noble probably should have got the free there. Damien Duraga, handballs. Chris Plum over the ball.
Paul Dillon should get a free kick there. It was interfered with from behind.
Yeah, there's a few head-eye tackles going around there, wasn't there?
Yes, umpire should ping them up. Those things get rather rough. Umpire Hodgson to bounce the ball now. Chris Blackman
on his own. Thumps it forward. Guthrie should gather. Does. Smothered off by Jeff Harris. Comes back on his left foot, Guthrie, and kicks short to no one. Daryl Callahan does a reasonable job. I think that was Dempsey kicked the ball forward. John O'Halloran meets it flat out. It's just the only way to go. Mark Burke will pick up here. Will he take possession? He does. Breaks the tackle. Chris Plum tackles. Stephen Smith spoils. Ian Noble kicks. Jeff Harris in front. Will run out of bounds. He'll just get there. Yeah, he's left-footed. Ducks around on his right. Kicks to Darryl Freely. Bad kick that actually. He probably would have been better off going on the boundary.
Yeah, quick kick along the boundary. Move the ball forward. Darryl Freely, half-back flank. Grandstand side. Looks long. A good long raking drop punt towards Chris Blackman over the top.
Gets a shove in the back from McDonald.
Yeah. This move of Jeff Harris to the wing could be a good move. They can get the open spaces going. Bit of pace on the left foot, swing around the boundary line could be a good move. He played well on the early stages of the game, but it's dropped out of it since then.
Chris Blackman goes down the centre of the ground. Dion Leighton area, cranes. Dion gets a hand on it, didn't quite grab it. Guthrie and Leighton body one another. Dion knocks it out and Ava Chulist comes over the top. Jerry this time. Wayne Roberts to bounce. No ruckman there for centrist. Dion Leighton's going to take it, I think. Does well too. Takes a knock. Lambros for Chulist gathers. Comes on his right foot and usually kicks long. Now he's chipped her out in the Chris Plum area on the wing underneath the grandstand, just in front of us. He pats on. Daryl Callahan does well. Meets the body and the ball. Damien Jaraga kicks around the body. Jeff Harris area. Left foot. He'll go long this time. He does, along the boundary line. Brian Ferguson behind. John Simmons takes the ball. Looking for something to kick to, and he's got him in the centre. Mark Burke. And takes a free for around the neck. Probably time we got a free. Burke kicks long. Paul Devlin area. Who marks? Good kick from Mark Burke as usual. Probably needs to lift his game a bit. He's gone a bit quiet.
Yeah, he needs a bit of run, get the ball moving. A long raking kicks of his like that one.
That's right.
Paul Devlin, probably 40 metres out. No angle at all to worry about. Should make the distance.
Something's going on. Not doing this for nothing. Ball comes in and McDonald's tackled. Handball's out in the Freely direction. Kicks off the ground. Sid Fernandez gathers. Greg McDonald runs into him. Greg McCormack, I mean. Greg McDonald, Greg McCormack. Burt gathers and breaks away from the pack. Short passes Dickie Miller over his head. And Atkinson gathers. Dodges around Miller quite easily. Left foots it to McDonald of Weeroona Bay. He comes back, kicks long to the centre of the ground, the wing area. Ian Noble should mark on his chest and does.
It's not a good kick, tries to chip it over to his Hoberg. Johnny Halloran meets the ball well, comes through. Damon Drago over the ball. Greg McCormack's ball's on the ground. Free kick to Hoberg in the bottom of the pack, Wayne Roberts says. He'll go back at centre half forward, hoping to drive the ball. Goes for a screw punt, wobbly kick, falling short. Weeroona Bay player spotted. Well read by Darren Plum. Heads towards the boundary. Good fullback stuff. Dion Leighton under the ball. Takes a good mark and we've got the free kick anyway, playing well. Half-back flank, outer side. Drives the ball long, looking for Stephen Smith, under pressure. Brings the ball down well. Stephen Smith recovers. Comes down to his normal foot, looking chip. Out in front of Mark Burke. Mark Burke grabs the ball, evades one player, looks for the lead, goes forward looking for Chris Blackman. Blackman gets hands of the ball, can't pull it in. Chris Blackman after the ball now, centre half forward. Gets hands of the ball, shuffles out.
Man down, Paul Wingfield. Fisted away by Damien Jaraga. Gathered by Chris Plum beautifully. Kicks the ball long and brother should mark, goes over his head. He's fighting with Rogers. Rogers gets the ball, kicks and kicks a goal.
It's a good goal by Weeroona Bay. Well steadied.
Touched. Darren Plum did it really well to dive over the Burton touch that then. Thought it was a goal for certain.
Good aggressive play. Never say die attitude.
Weeroona Bay did very well then coming out of defence. Probably carrying the ball forward like we were with Chris Blackman. Centre forward area, they gathered the ball, went forward and probably should have got the goal. Darren Plum kicks off and Brian Ferguson areas. Weeroona Bay should have marked. Ian Noble goes over, Dame Jaraga goes over. Handball's out and Burke gathers, tackled. Handball's Ferguson area. Pushes to the boundary line. Free to Damien Jaraga, surely. Play on. And Wayne Roberts pulls it up.
Not good umpiring. Stood there for a long time to make the decision, and when the Sentinels did have the ball, he made the decision that's penalising the side. Damien Jaraga, half-back flank, grandstand side. Shadows starting to creep across and it's getting colder up here.
20-minute mark of the third quarter, Central 9-8 to Weeroona Bay 6-6. Dame kicks in the centre half forward area. Weeroona Bay mark, McDonald. Taking some good marks. Weeroona Bay guy down the other side of the ground there, calling for a stretcher, I think. Damien Jaraga probably should be fade over the shoulder. Doesn't get it. Deacon forced out by Andrew Azzopardi.
Good work by Andrew Azzopardi. Good body work, smaller body, but put the body in to try and get the ball over the bounds.
Ian Noble takes the ruck for Centrals, pushes it down. Matthews takes it for Weeroona Bay and handballs forward. John O'Halloran takes some free for holding the man against Robert Doyle. Never think of his name, that.
I think that could be Shane Atkinson down on the other side there. Could be a blow for Weeroona Bay.
John O'Halloran goes to the centre of the ground, the Smith area, and McDonald's marked everything since quarter time. There's a free to Hoberg, holding the man against Paul Devlin. Wide of the half-forward flank. Kicks in the direction of number 13. It's a free for pushing the back to Dempsey.
Weeroona Bay
matter much, Rogers already marked it.
Weeroona Bay make a change. Wayne Deacon comes off for A. Barry.
Andrew Barry, South Whyalla cricketer. Long kick, she's wide to the right of the goals, and it's a point. Takes Weeroona Bay to 6-7. Central's 9-8 at the 21-minute mark of the third quarter. Weeroona Bay just seem to starting to build up a bit of a pace here, a bit of a game. Plum kicks off. Probably best to come out here just for a few. Put his headband back on instead of getting the ball. Amazing. McDonald handballs to Matthews, who runs in, back turns nicely and kicks a point. Central's just need to steady. 6-8 to 9-8. 3-goal up. Clock hasn't moved. 21-minute mark of the third quarter.
Crans might have thought he needed to get the hair of his eyes for his kick then, TC, before he went for goals. Didn't end up with the ball.
Don't know what he was doing.
Atkinson's still down on the outer side. I think it's Shane Atkinson. Weeroona Bay ruckman.
Pretty sure it is. Plum kicks off.
Ian Noble tries to mark. Comes down the end. Barry straight into the play. Gets through the ball. Holding the ball. Good tackle there by Paul Devlin.
Probably the trouble with the interchange players. Come on, they're a bit cold and that. Gets caught on the ball first up.
Ball to the centre. Mark Burke takes a good mark. Just backward side of centre. Goes wide. Looking for Dion Leighton, who's running well out in the wing. He tries to mark with one hand. Not good play. Beaten by Crans. I think it's Crans at this stage. Comes back towards centre forward. Mark Burke sets himself and take a good mark under pressure.
What Central's need, Burke, to start getting a few kicks.
Yes, he could win the game off his own boot if he really put in. Heads wide towards Jeff Harris and Dion Leighton. Crans again grabbles the ball forward. Matthews for Weeroona Bay picks up handballs to Paulie Wingfield. Paulie Wingfield back to Matthews. Good work. High kick into full forward. Plum. Ball comes off hands. Darryl Callaghan tries to get the ball out. Play along, says the umpire. McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Number 10, John Guthrie, gets a free kick there in the back.
One commentator's not looking.
He's given away the ghost away. Very lucky. They're knocking about 4th or 5th free kick in front of goal to Weeroona Bay. Channels have had a couple, but not as many. 2 touches, let the game flow. Guthrie comes in towards goal, swings wide, chips it away. Looks like a good kick. Could be touched on the line. No, the umpire's called a goal. Central 9-8, Weeroona Bay 7-8.
Bad mistake by Central's there. If someone come up over the back of Plummy there, they probably would have touched that ball.
Yes.
Just him man-to-man in the goal square wasn't good enough. Central's got a game on their hands now. 9-8 to, is it 7-8? I think. 2 goals. 23-minute mark of the third quarter. 1983 under-19 grand final.
This is where the legs will count.
Probably the first under-19 grand final. I don't think we've ever had under-19s here before.
Ball goes out. Weeroona Bay shuffle the ball. Ian Noble comes through onto his left foot. Evades well. Looking for the long kick forward. Goes up towards Johnny Simmons. Johnny Simmons got the run of it. Cannot get hands on ball. Run under the ball. Ball into a pack. No one can seem to get it out. Wayne Roberts says we'll have a bounce.
Central's just not quite getting their bodies in line where the ball's going, right?
Yeah, the hands aren't grabbing it as well as they were in the first half.
No, that's a bit of confidence, perhaps. Blackman versus Deacon. Ball's gone down the crush again. I think it's Greg McDonald over the ball. Not a bad player. He's played a better. This third quarter, he's played really well.
Yeah, good consistent player. Proved well this year.
Blackman versus Deacon again. Blackman tries to take out of air. Burke takes. Tackled by and holding the ball.
Made an attempt.
The ball away.
Yeah. Rule states you must make an attempt. Too many umpires seem to pay that this year.
Not given enough time, I don't think.
Yeah. Darryl Frehley with the ball, half-back flank, looking for somewhere to kick it. Goes back again.
Siren about to go, I'd say. Screw punt. Big leap from Devlin, didn't get it. Looking for the same one as last week, I'd say. Big mark last week. Ball's in the crush in front of the wing area. Off comes Paul Wingfield, on goes, God knows, 19. It's not Colin Crans, I can tell you that.
Ball comes out. Johnny O'Halloran meeting the ball. Traps the ball well. Must hold the ball in this situation. Hold the ball in there. Johnny O'Halloran taps out Damon Drago the ball. Gets a shove in the back. That was a Weeroona Bay player. Pushed Damon Drago into that player. Wasn't really his fault. The Weeroona Bay player, number 8, gets the ball. John Matthews. John Matthews, is it?
I think it's Deacon.
Deacon, number 3. Wrong number. Yeah. Kicks to Darryl Callaghan. Darryl takes an easy mark.
Central just have to steady a bit here and let the siren go and then regroup. Come out after three-quarter time. And
good kick along the boundary line, but it's too wide. It's out in the full. As the siren sounds, three-quarter time, Central 9-8, Weeroona Bay 7-8.
Another Weeroona Bay gone down. I think he's only got cramp. Chris Plum. Central's probably Weeroona Bay's quarter there. I'd say definitely Weeroona Bay's quarter.
Yes, they come back fighting fit in that quarter. Got the goals on the board and making a real game of this at the moment.
Yeah, top grand final, 1983. Ken Burton just getting into his players, getting them to come in quickly. Not doing any... Getting a little upset as well. Don't blame him. Weeroona Bay looked like they are tired as well. I think Central's probably just as tired.
The game seemed to slow down that quarter. It's more of a stop-start game, and the running players dropped out of it a little bit.
Yes.
Come back to more of a crush and paddle the ball around game. Centrals will get their run going again with the Mark Burks, Jeff Harris, Dion Leighton, Paul Devlin, Stephen Smith. Get the ball long into their full forward area. Chris Blackman can take a few marks. Johnny Simmons can still get the ball. They might be in with a chance.
Where it was an even performance in the first half, he was struggling to find best players in that quarter.
Yeah, a lot of players dropped out of the game that quarter.
Some of them hardly had a touch.
Johnny O'Halloran probably about the best in that quarter with his way he met the ball in defence coming through.
Particularly the pressure on the defence. Seemed to lack a bit of run through the centre of the ground.
Yeah, the ball was coming back quite quickly all the time. So your defensive players on a lot of pressure and probably did well. Darren Plum, fairly aggressive, got that hand of that ball to touch that ball. It could have been a vital goal.
Mark Burke just got a few marks here at the end, a couple of marks, and looked like he might be starting to get back into the game.
Yeah, they'll need him to keep running, long kicks.
Paul Devlin's been quiet.
Yeah, unusually quiet. He's usually a finals specialist type thing. He's come way back from the Central's Colts and he's played a lot of finals, and he's really the player that can really put in. Maybe we'll see the best of him this quarter, because I think Centrals will need something like that.
Took a top mark last week, I mean.
Yeah, and gold.
If he takes one in this quarter, maybe she will be on video. It wasn't last week. But they wanted Daryl Freely's in that quarter.
Yeah, this is a good mark.
Worth having a look at.
Bert Seaman has knocked off work after earning his dollars all game. He's come out to have a look.
Yeah, probably come out because Ports are in front.
Yes, I think I'll keep well away from Bert tonight.
Come out to see Ferg because I believe Glenelg are 10 down.
Yes.
Let's hope we can win this one.
25 minutes of football left in the 1983 under-19 grand final. Central leading by 2 goals. Still a bit behind that. Weeroona Bay had the ascendancy in that quarter, so could be a very top last quarter.
Central sponsors, Davian Crawzak, Brambles, Industrial. Let's hope they can fix this Colts up with a bit of a celebration money tonight.
Yeah, I've heard there's something organised and things have been organised in that way.
Roy Callahan from AMP provides the windsock over there. One of the trainers for Central. Daryl Callahan hasn't played a bad game either.
Played well, very solid. Hasn't made any mistakes. Good control of the hands. Looking well. 25 minutes of football left in the 1983 grand final. Central's got 2 goals. It's going to be a hard, long quarter for any team that wants to win this premiership.
Can't see any changes. I think Dion Leighton, Damien Girarga's still on the wings. But Jeff Harris might have went there for a while, but I think it was just an half-forward flank playing down the ground.
That's what it looked like in the end. Stephen Smith is in the centre.
He's changed with Jeff on the half-forward flank.
Must have went to the ruck roving.
A couple times it went off for a few seconds.
Cameraman complained about the camera going on and off. It sounds like someone might be switching the power on and off down below us. Seemed to be short of power there for a while anyway. Last quarter of the 1983 grand final, Peter Hodgson puts it down. Chris Buckman versus Atkinson has made a remarkable recovery. Atkinson gets a big thump forward and Hoberg's in front. Comes through and probably... No, he didn't take the free. Good handball from Chris Blackman to Stephen Smith, who kicks long. And Gunji's Wingfield just on his own in front. Dickie Miller having a bit of trouble there, getting a kick against Gunji.
Yeah.
Having a good game. It's a big lad, ex-North player there. I'm not sure what his name is. Number 19. Greg McCormack kicks out on the full. Dave McCann from Nottingham Manning. No, not McCann. What's his name? Can't think of his name. Works Nottingham Manning anyway. Gathers the ball for the umpire. Back on the game, Creans takes a mark. Kicks a wobbly punt. Ian Noble's in front. Ball slips through the hands. Greg McCormack taps on. Plum kicks forward. Daryl Callahan, who we mentioned before, is taking another saving mark. He's going wide. Damien Girarga drops what he should have taken. Paul Devlin, Chris Plum gets it out to Guthrie. Guthrie, the left footer, dodges around Noble and kicks with the left foot long. Matthews, Plum spores from behind. Here's the big number 19, gets a kick too. And kicks a goal. Doesn't kick a goal. John O'Halloran thumps it through.
It's good work by John O'Halloran. Didn't think of anything else. Punch the ball through for the point. Give Weeroona Bay no chance of getting that goal. Unlucky bounce here for the Bays.
11 points the difference. 3-minute mark of the last quarter. Darren Plum to kick off. Looking for a lead. Comes to the defensive side of the ground. To Freely. Marks. Come from behind of Chris Blackman. Probably wasn't much talk.
Yeah, Central's a slow to
he would have marked that. Just indicates it's going long with a screw punt. Tumble punt.
Good mark by Steve Smith there. Paul Devlin, sorry. Falling mark, wobbling ball. He's got the ball probably between centre-half backs, full-back. Comes at the centre with a chipping pass towards Ian Noble. Good hand there by number 13, McDonald. Sorry.
And McDonald kicks.
McDonald, yeah. Kicks. It's a mark taken by Weeroona Bay in the end of the goal square.
John Matthews.
John Matthews. If he kicks this, it'll put him 5 points down with only a couple of minutes gone into this quarter. Paul Devlin standing on the mark. Umpire Hodgson told him to come around a bit more. Coming in. He gave it a bad hook. Goal umpire, he's missed it.
Magic.
Trevor Callery reckons that magic. I cannot disagree. The goal umpire goes back to wave the one flag. A bad miss by Weeroona Bay there. Could have put them 5 points down. Now they're still 10 points down.
Goes out the attacking side of the ground this time. Kicks out where Chris Blackman should mark and does. Come across the centre of the ground, which he does, and kicks long to no one except for Dion Leighton. He's not going to get there. Bounces over to Johnny Simmons, who tries to back through the pack. That doesn't work either. It's a free to Ian Noble for holding the man. The left footer. Awkward looking kick, quite a good kick though. Comes out, kicks to Gunji Wingfield. Dickie Miller comes over the top, punches it out of his hands. And gathers. Looking for someone to handball to, straight to Jerry Vachoulis, who kicks with his left foot. Bounce. Dion Leighton gathers and should hook. He does. Handball to Burke. Breaks through the pack and kicks long to Jeff Harris, who should mark and is in range, I'd say. 45, 50 metres out. It's a good left foot kick. One excellent kick he is. He's going to kick short to Paul Devlin, who will mark. He should kick the goal from there. 25 metres out. 5-minute mark at the last quarter.
Vital goal for Central.
Not sure whether we're nervous, whether I'm nervous. I'm bloody shaken. It must be the cold, I think.
Poor guy that made that ball bounce out from the goals as it being dragged.
And he kicks the goal. Magic. What Central's needed? What's that put him? 10-8 to 7-10.
Yeah. Second goal to Paul Devlin there. Hasn't done a lot, but what he's done has been pretty constructive.
Yes, that's his second goal in the last half, which is...
Yeah, that's the difference. Weeroona Bay had a shot from the same position, other end. Only about a minute beforehand, missed 1 point. Centrals have gone up. But the same situation, not missed, and given themselves a 2-goal forward lead. Rucks up. Chris Blackman gets the knock, knocks it forward. Takes off after the ball. Freely grabs it. Swings round on the right foot. Grubbers a pass out towards the wing. Weeroona Bay player cannot pick...
Chris Plum, eh?
Chris Plum cannot pick the ball up. Umpire Hodgson calls for a trip. Chris Plum will take the kick. Put it right in the centre. Heading Central's end. Chips a pass over to Crans. Crans on his own. Still not out of the centre square. Right in the Saturday Morning League centre. Kicks up. Looking for Paulie Wingfield. No player can get to the ball. Matthews tries to grab it. Handball's out. Guthrie chips back around in the middle. A good mark taken by the Weeroona Bay player in Dempsey. He's probably a good 50 metres out. He's pushing to make the distance at this moment. Going to have a go though. Lines up. It's a good kick towards the goals, right on the teeth of the goals. And Shane Atkinson takes a good mark right in the goal square. Probably only a couple of metres out. Practically no angle at all. Should goal. They missed one from me just here a couple of minutes ago. And he's popped it through the middle. Yeah. Urging his players on. Weeroona Bay, 8-10. Central's 10-8.
5-minute mark, 6-minute mark. The last quarter. Pretty obvious he was going to mark that, actually.
Yeah, Central were trying to mark there instead of punch, I think.
Sort of uncontested. Boundary umpires have got the ball back. The crowd's getting a bit nervous down here, a bit tense.
So they've all moved out to the sun areas away from the grandstand.
Yeah, Peter Hodgson to put the ball down. Rogers versus Blackman. No one gets a knock, Blackman gets one in the back. Good call here for George to get out. Dion Leighton gathers, kicks with his right foot to Smith and Freely. Smith's ball is very well. Done a very good job.
Great.
Grab him, over the shoulder. Now on the ball.
Machulis to take the kick.
Jerry Machulis.
Sends out the wing towards Freely. Freely takes the mark right in front of the grandstand, in front of the interchange gates. Heads towards the centre. It's a good kick. It's marked by Matthews. But it's forward to centre half forward. Chips up just over centre half forward. Daryl Callaghan flies. Ball comes to ground. Callaghan there trying to get the ball out. Gets a kick. Well done, Daryl Callaghan. Ball heading out the outer wing. A running ball. Chulis is there and Harris. Well controlled by Chulis. Heads wide. Half forward flank.
Doyle gathers. Runs away now. Takes a bounce. Drawing Callaghan. Then chips short to Chris Plum. John O'Halloran's got him, I think. No, he handballs over the top of his head and Andrew Azapati. Good play in the first half. Kicks away with Dame Jaraga takes a mark.
Well played there, John O'Halloran.
Goes on his left foot. We've got a bit of run here. Callahan's out on the other side. Kick short. Over Jeff Harris's head. Doodle fumbles. Gives us a chance. Frank McCormack in front. Jeff Harris gets a push in the back.
Well played by Jeff Harris. Tried to shepherd out and the ball turned round. A bad bounce from McCormack.
Centrals need him to lift actually. A little bit of pace. Screw punt. Goes to the space and she's going to bounce in it. Very good. Dale Leighton gathers. It's in between his legs. Bit hard to get rid of it there.
Holding the ball still the umpire.
Holding the ball screams Weeroona Bay. Up goes Frank McCormack versus Deegan. What's his name? Deacon. Stephen Smith just taken down from behind the play with cramp. I don't know whether he was taken down.
Centrals need a bit more run. They can't let the Bay players run away like that.
That's really kicks across to the wing. Hoberg takes the ball, kicks with his left foot, smothered by just enough too by Ian Noble. Chris Blackman takes it, handballs to back to Noble. Noble will probably give it straight on to Devlin. No pace in the game at all at the moment. Devlin takes the ball, kicks the left foot to Jeff Harris, who can run away if he wanted to. He didn't. He decided to pull it up. If he can get it onto someone now, we'll laugh.
Dale Leighton needs a mark. It's a good grab.
It's an excellent kick too. He's only 30 metres out. Probably should kick the goal. Central's 10-8, Weeroona Bay 8-10. Desperately in need of a goal. Hell of a lot of tired players out there. A-grade football is 25 minutes with time on. These are just flat 25s. He's kicked the goal. Dale Leighton's first goal.
Second goal.
Second goal. Very much needed one. See if Jeff Harris and Mark Burke, school players, get into the game. Use the ball. Weeroona Bay can't get near us. Gary Burton just going in the rooms. Looks a bit tense. Brother Ken, the coach, is pacing up and down. Down goes the ball again. Chris Blackman gets the knock. John Simmons in the centre bounce gets the left footer away. Stephen Smith will fly. Comes down into the crush. Chris Plum goes over Stephen Smith. Plays a bit like the commentators, slowing down a bit.
Yeah, getting a bit cold.
Smithy get one in the head then. Comes up all right though. Chris Blackman goes up. Tries to take it out of the air. Damien Giroux comes in and puts a foot in. We're lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, it looked a bit dangerous.
Peter Hodgson says bounce again. Go on.
Ollie picks the ball up. Through all the centre of the ground. Blackman and Deacon, I think it is. Blackman gets the knock straight to Machulis. Machulis tackled, gets the ball out of Hoberg, gets a kick out towards Daryl Callaghan. Should pick the ball up. Fumbles under pressure. Swings around on his left foot, hooks it back nicely into play. Out deep from the half forward flank. Smith, I think it was Matthews out there. Chips back, and Ian Noble takes a solid mark. Half back flank out of side. He's looking for something out forward. Game's slowed down a lot. Comes towards the centre of the ground. Jeff Harris is the one. Comes over Mark Wirt's hands. Daryl Philly picks up. Heads towards back to where the ball come from. Half back flank. Ian Noble out there. Got too high.
Robert Doyle, he's about a foot smaller.
Got the head instead of the ball.
Central's just about to start holding position here.
Yeah, a couple of goals up.
Chris Blackman in front. Spoiled. Lambros for choice, runs away. Handballs to Paulie Wingfield. Coming straight through and gets through. Handballs over to Matthews. Matthews breaks around. Good tackle. I don't know about a good tackle. Actually, he probably tripped him.
Yeah.
Man going for the ball,
Push there,
probably
could have
deserves
been,
a free.
got the ball taken off him though.
John Matthews to kick. Wobbly punt. John O'Halloran in front should mark and does.
Must go close to the best player for 4 quarters of football today, John O'Halloran.
Yes, good team effort back there. Come over the top and punched away. Kicks to the boundary line, which is not a bad spot for it. And Mark Burke gets a free. Should. Doesn't.
It's a good
Simmons
kick.
kicks a screw punt. Dion Leighton marks.
Dion Leighton, half-back flank, grandstand side. Looking towards the middle, Andrew Azapati running down Will. It's not going to reach him. No player seems to want to meet the ball. Frank McCormack, I think it is, gets the ball, turns in his left foot, gobbles the ball over the other side half-forward flank. Jeff Harrison for Chulis. Chulis grabs the ball, swings around onto his left foot. Grabs another kick back towards the middle. Ian Noble comes through to hand of the ball, tries to pick it up, knocks it out. In front of Dion Leighton. Dion Leighton found some run, giving Sentinels a bit of a lift towards Richard Miller. Should have got what he should have taken. Gunji Wingfield takes the crumbs, dodges, takes one bounce. Handball's over, gets the handball back. Didn't seem to gain much of that. Kicks towards the centre of the ground. Damien Jaraga spoils well. Mark Burke grabs the ball. Handball's out in front of him.
It's free.
Should have been a free kick, didn't let him go. Jeff Harris, half forward flank. Goes long. Falling short of the screw punt. Darren Plum at full forward. Run out by the Weeroona Bay team. Dale Leighton grabs it, looks for buddy Paul Devlin. Doesn't reach that player. Paul Devlin gets the crumb. Turns, tries the handball. Still in there with a chance. Dale Leighton backs up well. Number 7, Kevin Moore for Weeroona Bay. Tries to get the ball out. Sentinel's putting a lot of pressure on up there, keeping it in the area, chips it up. Paul Devlin with the fly. Get the ball on the ground. Gunji Wingfield runs it out once more. Doing well back there on the halfback line for the Bay. It's a better kick. Finds a player on the chest.
Dempsey marks. Sentinels let the ball come out of the forward area a bit easy the last couple of times. No one to kick to. Here he goes. Kicks to the left of the centre. Dion Leighton to compete. Paul Wingfield pushes him under. John Simmons gathers. Probably not a bad move to put him loose. Like roving or something. Through comes Ian Noble. Picks up beautifully. Left footer. Chips out in front. Darren Plum spoils and tackles. Balls the standstill. Through comes Ian Noble. Will he get it? He should get a free for holding the man.
Yes, Johnny Simmons gone loose in defence. Darren Plum's gone from full forward to full back. It's a 15-yard of the Centrals there. And Brian Ferguson's at full back. A bit more weight back there on Shane Atkinson.
Ian Noble absolutely knackered. Centre half back. Awkward looking kick. Probably should kick this. I wouldn't bet on it though. Pressure's on. 11-8 to 8-10. Ian Noble lines up. Kicks
it's a good
well.
Kick by the left footer.
Beautiful.
Left footers never miss. It's an inspirational goal for the Central team. That should get them, see them through. They can close the doors and say go home if they want to now. It's all up to them.
Geez, I'm not that confident. 10 minutes to go. 15-minute mark, last quarter.
I trained with the guys the other night. They moved well. I'll win this game from here.
Centrals do look just slightly fitter than Weeroona Bay. They've got a few guys laying down with cramp. At that stage, when that goal was kicked, they had 2 guys sitting alongside one another. Unusual move to have a player pressing the bloke's toes down. And the ball's in his area.
Playing centre half back and they kick the goal to him.
Yeah.
Run the player down.
That's good.
Ball goes down. Blackman against Atkinson. Comes out to Matthews. Guthrie. Ball under the pack. Chris Blackman backs up ball. Starting to get a bit of run in his legs. Kicks long towards Paul Devlin. Meeting the ball.
No.
Well spoilt by Wayne Deacon. Chulis grabs the ball onto the left foot. Chips back into the middle. It's a good mark by Frank McCormack for the Central team.
Greg McCormack.
Greg McCormack, sorry.
He'll kick. Looking for the leader, Darren Plum. Kicks it too short, I think. And John Guthrie marks. Not a bad football. Not a bad cricketer either. Kicks low and hard, and Dion Leighton should mark.
A lot of touches today.
Slow it down, actually. He's looking in the centre of the ground where he's got Jeff Harris. Who at least spoils from behind, which is quite good. Atkinson playing for the free. Ball will come out, and Dale Leighton should tackle. Kicks off the ground with the left foot. It's Jerry LaChourse. Dion gathers again, tackled by Paul Wingfield.
After should be an after disposal pick. Dale Leighton in there now.
Guthrie kicks again with the left foot. John Matthews marks, runs around, plays on, gets in the centre of the ground, just behind centre, and kicks into the centre half forward area where O'Halloran from behind him will spoil.
Another good spoil by John O'Halloran.
Knocked on by McDonald. It's into the Fergie, doesn't know whether to move or not. The Greg Farquhar of the
Central team.
Kicks out. Andrew Azapati takes the ball. looking for someone to kick to. Kicks wide, probably not a bad move. Jeff Harris got a bit of a bounce there. Tries to push his way around Lambros's, who holds his feet and breaks away easily. Stephen Smith does it well, beautifully. At least he held up the play, giving him free for over the shoulder. Lambros's in the all black socks, looking for his brother Jerry in the centre of the ground. Wasn't that keen on going for the ball then. Got a free anyway, and now he's giving the free back to Centrals. Bit silly. This stage of the game with about 8 minutes to go. Is it 8? Yeah, 8.
Yep.
Ian Noble kicks to Jeff Harris, who's nearly in kicking range. 50, 60 yards out. He's going short. Mark Burke, who is definitely in kicking range. And he plays on. And kicks a goal.
It's a sealer for Central as far as I'm concerned.
13-8 to 8-10. 7 minutes to go, and I think the premiership's just about on the wall.
It's Mark Burke's second goal for the game.
Hello, Ken Burton's actually gone back into his tunnel.
Yes, Joey Little's doing the commanding there from the boundary line at the moment. Joey's not going to shut up shop. Kenny's back out. Yeah, not sure what's going on.
Joe was one of the blokes that didn't get nervous in the game. Pacing up and down a bit today. They want to track up.
Flushed in the face. It's pretty cold out here, so.
There comes the co-coach and Gary Burton. He's pacing up and down now. We've got 3 of them.
Ball back in the centre. Umpire Hodgson to put down. 18-minute mark.
Out goes the runner, Joe Little.
Bounce down. Blackman, Atkinson. Blackman rises high. Gets the knock. Comes to Guthrie. Guthrie gets his kick. Good kick in the centre half forward. John O'Halloran spoils well. Comes to Ian Noble. Handballs over the top. Crangela. Mark Burke breaks clear. Goes long. The half forward line. Gunji Wingfield under the ball. Gets a bad bounce. Backed up by a teammate. Richard Mira comes through. Puts the pressure on. Gunji Wingfield comes away with the ball. Walking away with the ball. Handballs to Vachulis. Vachulis on the left foot. Goes to centre half forward. Johnny Simmons up early. Comes down to Ian Noble. Ball into a pack. No one seems to be able to get the ball out. Wayne Roberts says I'll have a bounce.
Mark Burt down with cramp. Darryl Callaghan did well then to hold the ball in that pack.
Yeah, it was running loose.
Peter Formby thinks it's all over. He's pulling down the flags. Chris Blackman wins a tackle. Chris Plum bursts through and Ferguson gets a hand on it.
It's good work by Brian Ferguson.
Quite good actually.
Central's making a change. Dale 8 on. Jeff Harvey off. 19-minute mark. Central's 13-8. Weeroona Bay 8-11.
Central's kicking's made up for a bit.
Yes.
Kicking bad early, or missed a couple of shots they probably should have got.
Ferguson kicks out towards Ian Noble. Ian Noble gets hands of the ball and the ball's pushed over the boundary line.
5 minutes to go.
Ball comes in. Ian Noble. Chris Blackman, against Atkinson. Taps down. Matthews kicks towards centre half forward. Good spoil by Johnny O'Halloran from Centrals. Johnny Simmons after the ball. Weeroona Bay player shuffling the ball along in front of him. Damien Drago tries to get the kick, gets cackled too high. Bit of a hard knock that one, but he'll get up and take the kick. It's down at the moment. It's a good time waster for the Central
team. No time on this.
No time on.
Probably leave him down for 5 minutes. It'd be handy.
Johnny Simmons will take the kick.
He's looking for Frank McCormack in the centre of the ground, who will mark. Chris Plum stands mark. Hadn't played too bad, Chris Plum actually.
Yeah, probably one of their better players.
Frank McCormack kicks long to Jeff Harris. Jerry Vlachulis slides over the back with Stephen Smith, now is gathered and kicks on his left foot. Paul Devlin versus Dowdle. Not a bad player, this Dowdle.
Steve Smith
keeps going in the centre of the ground, kicks short, Hoberg marks. He's looking for someone to kick to. Looking for Matthews and Andrew Azzopardi. Read off hands by John Simmons, handballs forward. McDonald fumbles. Crans fumbles and Azzopardi kicks straight to Freely. Freely will probably go back and kick long. Coach yells out to Chatham. Screw punt. In front's John Simmons. John O'Halloran kills the ball from behind. A good handball out to Callaghan. And he kicks wide with his left foot where Stephen Smith, the medalist, is struggling to raise a gallop. Lambros Vachulis pressures him and gathers. Handballs. Now Centrals are in the van. If one can just Shepard, but she's rolled out of bounds before they could get there.
It's going to be a good day for Stephen Smith. Medal, premiership, captain of the team. Chris Blackman goes up for the ruck. Handballs out to Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith handballs on. Darryl Callaghan after it. Goes over the top. It was good work by Guthrie then. Put the body over the ball. Pick up the free kick.
Not a bad player. Probably their best player, I'd say.
Yeah. Goes short with the chip to half forward
to
find Barry. Wide in the half forward flank. He moves along quickly.
Wayne Roberts just give a 15 metre.
15 metre, 50-yard free penalty down the ground for creeping over the mark. Could put Barry within kicking distance there. Touch and go.
Overall, the umpiring hasn't been too bad, I don't suppose.
Quite good.
Peter Hodson's been excellent.
Yep.
Barry kicks in the square. Halloran comes over the top and kills it again.
Bit of a scramble down there. Players going.
Touch as a goal umpire.
After the 5-minute pack disperses.
Ferg couldn't get around him. Ken Burton pacing up and down, head down. Thumbs clicking. I don't know if you know, I thought he was going to raise a smile there for a minute, but he never. Ferguson kicks off. A boomer. Chris Blackman from behind marks.
15 yards.
And 15 yards.
Will we get 50 out of this? No, 25. Sorry, bad luck.
Because we're not biased. It's going to play on. Chris Plum comes across the mark. Jeff Harris gets in front, behind, finished up behind. Did well to spoil. And falls over, and Gunji Wingfield runs away with the ball. Hadn't played a bad game actually, Gunji.
Yeah, played well.
Kicked the ball down to the forward area, ex-central of course. And the big lad, ex-North lad, has taken the mark. I'm not sure what his name is.
No idea.
Jam ball straight to Greg McCormack to stand the mark, kicks the left foot.
After disposal with no free kick, Guthrie tries to
Into
stop
the
the
pack.
ball.
Jeff Harris gets one on the back. Mark Burt breaks away, but he's got to go back.
Woodville beats South
Woodville
Adelaide.
beats South Adelaide, but it hasn't really made my day.
Jeff Harris. Probably about
we're getting pneumonia out of stand up here.
Centre half forward, drives in looking for Jeff Harvey, get his first touch, takes a good mark between centre half forward and full forward, probably 55 metres out. Not a long kick of the ball, could make it. He's going to have a go. Jeff Harvey comes in. Sits up in the goal square. Darren Plum trying to make position. Can't get the hands. Richard Miller. It's into a pack. No one can seem to get hands on the ball.
Richard Miller's done an ankle too or something.
Yeah, Doodle runs the ball out of defence.
Looking for something to kick to. Shane Atkinson in front should mark. He does. Over Dion Leighton. Comes on the left foot. Tries a screwy and gets hold of it. Matthews in front. And the big lad thumps it away. Andrew Azzopardi has played a top game actually. Kicks out on the full.
Well, that's...
And the ball finishes up with us. Co-commentator goes for a kick first for the weekend. Not sure whether he's going to get it. Alan Simmons gets the ball, paddles it on. Back in Whyalla, watch his son play in the grand final. It's good.
Nearly walked off with the headphones on then.
And John Simmons takes a nice mark.
Johnny Halloran.
1 minute to go. The 1983 grand final, what Centrals look like they've got sewn up. 13-8 to 8-12. Stephen Smith takes a mark on the outer side. Darryl Callahan still providing run. Goes down the grounds on the wing, takes a mark, and plays on the left foot.
Rebounded well all day, Darryl Callahan out of there.
Paul Devlin gathers, loses Dowdle, comes back in the centres, looks like chipping over to Harris, which he has, and he'll have a shot for goal for 30 yards out.
Siren to go any minute now. Central bench looks quite jubilant down there.
The clock's just tipped over. 25-minute mark, last quarter.
Very popular win this will be for the Central Club, for Kenny Burton and his team. Jeff Harris lining up, comes in, left footer, swinging away slightly. I think he's missed it. Doesn't really make any difference at this stage of the game. 1 point to the Centrals.
Bruce Brocklebank, the goal umpire, says 1 point only.
Centrals 39, Weeroona Bay 8-12.
Supporters all lined up. There they go.
There's a siren. Central under-19s have won the premiership. 13-9, 8-12. Kenny Burton is quite jubilant. He doesn't seem to be showing at the moment, but he looks quite happy about that win.
Yeah, magic. Lads deserve to win. I think the first quarter probably won the game for them.
Good bit of sportsmanship out there at the moment. Weeroona Bay players, Central players running around, shaking hands.
It's a good game. I think probably well umpired overall, and Central's played well, and Weeroona Bay come back and made a real good game. But I think the superior skill over the game showed out in the end. And Central's just pushed the ball from body to body, probably a little bit easier than what Weeroona Bay did. Want to give best players their opinions?
Well, I think probably the best player in mine, but would Johnny O'Halloran for 4 quarters. Either best player or best team man, one of the two, because he played a magnificent game.
Backline played extremely well, and the school players did what they had to do when they
followed the run when it was there.
Excellent team effort. But Andrew Azzopardi played a good game in the back pockets, and he's
top
not
game.
Normally back there.
Yeah.
Darryl Callahan played good in the back line.
And Mark Burke gained touches when he had to. Probably gave him a little bit of spur on that last 10
Jeff
minutes.
Harris.
Yeah. Looking at the rest, we couldn't really find any passengers on the central side. They played extremely well.
Jeff Harvey and Frank McCormack did their bit when they came on as well.
Yeah, Jeff Harvey took a good mark. It's very hard to come off a bench and take a grab like that with the hands.
Just going through the presentation, she's a little bit hard to hear off here. Cameraman's got us on it. We'd like to thank Peter Gard from Westies and Westies for supplying the gear. Take this film, it's a fantastic gesture.
Jimmy Hewish for not turning up.
It's something the lads will never forget. Commentary we won't apologise for, nor buys a drink.
Steve Smith getting the shield now from John Deckett, chairman of the Colts League. They'll have to say a few words.
Weeroona Bay beat Centrals twice, as he just said. It's back-to-back premierships for Centrals. Ken Burton is the coach. Ken Burton going forward.
Very proud man.
250th game this year for Centrals. It's a fantastic achievement, of course. Now to coach a premiership side, and let's hope he plays in one later on as well.
First of all, I'd like to thank Byles for an excellent effort. We've had a struggle with him all through the year, and I know it must be fairly hard to take with the thing you've got this far. But most of all, I'd probably like to thank those 20 fellas out there in the red and white jerseys.
Kenny Burton just thanking his team. A very close unit all year.
History as far as our team goes. I don't think any Colts team has won 2 in a row. I'm very, very proud. Thank you very much.
As Kenny Burton just stated, I think he stated that during the week, it's been quite a long time since the Central team has got back-to-back in Colts premierships.
Yeah. Gary Croft, the Weeroona Bay coach, coming over to say a few words. Doesn't say a hell of a lot of them.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Kenny Burton.
Very experienced Whyalla football and sportsman, of course.
To win the grand final. I'd also like to thank all the Weeroona Bay players. What it does is play the help. The win this game to the year and the final.
Probably go through the goal kickers. You've got a more accurate list than I
I think I've got one extra here, but it'll be close
Doesn't
enough.
matter.
Paul Devlin ended up with 2. Johnny Simmons 3. Dale Layton got 2. Brian Ferguson got 2. Mark Burke 2. Richard Miller 1. Ian Noble 1. Stephen Smith 1, and Jeff Harris scored 1 at the end there.
Oh, that's about right, I think.
Missed Jeff Harris at the end there. Weeroona Bay's best players. Well, give them a little
might as well.
mention
I
if you
thought
want.
Chris Plum played alright.
Yeah.
What's the left footer's name?
Pachulis.
John Guthrie. I thought he played
Guthrie.
alright. The half-back line played well because they're always very
probably
solid.
the best line all day.
Give a few frees away. They still play very well.
Centrals don't seem too energetic. Yes, they're going for a lap of honour. They decided they haven't moved.
Their supporters probably deserve a lap of honour.
Yes, a lot of support all year. It's good to see.
How's the party too tired by the look of it? Is he going to go or isn't he?
Kenny Burton doesn't seem to want to go with him. Was Kenny Burton out there with him? He's piked it a bit, I think. KB's probably gone in for a quiet think.
Burton, the only one doing the full lap.
Kenny Burton's down here
with Spears.
talking to Doug Spears. Looks a very happy man.
How's the party? Reid, Havelberg, a few games between those blokes. John Rawl there also. Famous raffle seller at Centrals. There's a few bob.
Certainly does. Central's doing their lap of honour over with the bloody cheer squad. All their girlfriends sitting over by the windsock. Going past the other crowd on the outer
A few
side.
mums over the other side there. Always there every week. Have been since I was playing Colts.
Yes.
Not that long ago, of course.
I won't comment on that suggestion. A few of the Central players starting to die off a bit there. Paul Devlin. Stephen Smith looked like he's going to see his mum with the shield. Always been a top football family, the Smiths. Always backed them all the way. A few of the guys kind of wondering. I think they're wondering where the shield's got to.
Well, just in closing, we're going to finish it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just let them come into the thing.
Yeah.
Central
So,
guys.
2 McCormack brothers, Mark Burke and John Simmons leading off. John Simmons has probably had his best year in
Yeah, played extremely
football.
well. Should have
all his
played a
skill.
lot more votes in the middle as well.
Yes, I thought he would have too. Darren Plum,
Kenny
Burton
Burton just
bringing in the esky. Over Christ, he's got one for the bloody commentators.
wouldn't even mind if it's hot today.
Well, Schimmel don't get one.
As they're coming in, here's Frank McCormack, I think it is. Frank?
Greg, I think.
Greg McCormack, Mark Burke, getting a hand from the crowd, Johnny
John
Simmons,
Simmons.
Greg McCormack, Frank McCormack.
Darren Plum. Must have been a bit awkward for his old man. He had a barrack for both teams today.
Sid Fernandez, Rocky Fernandez.
Nobby.
Goal kicker Nobby.
Paul Devlin. Doesn't look real fit.
Brian Ferguson, solid game. Jeff Harris.
Jeff Harris. Chris Blackman. Jeff Harvey. Darryl Callaghan. Richard Miller. And Damien Jaraga.
Next door neighbour, played quite a good game. Jimmy Hewish.
Jimmy Hewish and Fuzznut.
Non-turn-up commentators.
Fuzznut played on the Whyalla News.
Norman
Smith,
medalist.
Captain, Norman medalist. Still waiting on Johnny O'Halloran and Dale Layton. A few of the trainers, supporters getting in there.
Roy Callaghan at the gate there, training all year for the Colts.
A couple of lads that never got a game down there.
There's Dale Layton and my pick for the best player, Johnny O'Halloran.
Looks like the Port Adelaide might have won. They're getting up me up here.
Port Adelaide will Austin at the back of the stand.
Yeah. Don Hoskin. Here comes
Dion Layton striking across the field.
Just coming across the centre of the ground. I don't know if we'll keep this film going for another half hour while he walks in.
He's got the shield in his hand.
I wouldn't mind going down and have a drink actually.
Yes, well, I think we might sneak off.
Apparently, we just found out the colour could be off a bit in the film because of...
I don't think the Central players would be too worried about 11 o'clock tonight, would they? After a few cold ones.
Yeah.
Dion Layton
still coming.
struggling. He's got the shields, I suppose that's the main thing. He's got to come in with the shield. I bet he smiled. Oh, no, that's not a very nice signal.
Actually, didn't play too bad.
He didn't play bad.
Jerker!
Dion Layton just
lost a couple of games for calling an umpire jerker a few weeks ago. Yeah, well, from us, thanks to Westies for bloody doing it for us. And hope the lads enjoy themselves tonight.
Yeah, they certainly will.
Congratulations to Kenny and all the boys.